Welcome to episode 24 of the Guild Troll Plays Curse of Strahd. When last we left off, the heroes... What the hell did you guys do last session?
I don't know.
Lots of exploring, walking around.
Oh, you guys went to Kresik for the first time.
Oh
Yeah, there was a lot of yikes in Kresik. I think we all used the yikes in
I
Kresik.
think you may have, yeah. It was episode 24 and you finally went to Kresik.
And we regretted it the entire time.
Sorry, episode 23. Today is 24.
We should never have gone.
You should not have gone to Kresik. It's a bad place.
Yeah, it's terrible. But it was kind of necessary because that's where Esmeralda was.
It was kind of necessary, yeah. I'm gonna move.
We should have just texted her.
Yeah, I just realized you guys are still on the Abbey map, so I'm just gonna move you to Barovia so you can take a look at it.
Esmeralda, come outside. Don't want to go in there.
Yeah. So at the end of last session, we had said that you guys were going to personally fly the pearls up to the Amber Temple. But after the session, you guys came up with the brilliant idea of saying, "Hey, Nixie, we found a way to get the fuck out of here, but we need your help. You make things, right? You made those robot things. Go to the Amber Temple and help Van Richten make some rings."
We did do that.
So you sent her up to the Amber Temple with the pearls.
Yes. And we used the dust of dryness on the lake.
Yes.
We did.
You collected how many fucking gallons?
I think you told us.
Bajillion.
Did you
did.
roll for a number?
Oh my god, it's a cube of water 15 feet on a side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I ever rolled how many charges there actually were on that.
I think Ian did, and there were 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we maxed it. Okay,
We
so
maxed it.
I'll remove that from my inventory since that's now gone.
Yeah.
Can I hold on to those marbles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your idea.
So we have 150 cubic feet.
I really just
Well,
need 8 of
Are
them.
you
No.
afraid I'm going to run off again or something?
No, I want to hold on to 8 of them because I think if done right, I can do them all in one turn.
Gramps has got big ideas.
You don't have 150 cubic feet. You have 33,750 cubic feet, which comes out to 252,467 gallons.
That's a big number.
That's a very
Metric
big,
buttload.
That's a metric butt ton.
That's
Okay,
actually a mathematical
Metric
term.
butt ton, yeah.
That's easier to understand.
Okay. For your tiny little 6-year-old frog brain.
Yeah. You lost me at the
Actually,
comma.
he has a humongous head. I'm sure his brain is rather sizable.
Yeah, probably actually. Like if you look at like the Hero Forge icon, he's kind of just like all head and then like this little twiggy body.
Yeah.
So he's probably got like a normal 6-year-old sized brain.
But normal 6-year-old sized butt.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't know, but
Yeah. So you guys are in Vallaki, and you kind of came to the conclusion last time that the only business left to attend to is the shadow hanging over you, the metaphorical rain clouds that ruin all of your plans and dampen all your clothes, which is to say, Strahd von Zarovich, Count of all Barovia. So you guys planned on heading to Castle Ravenloft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were threatened otherwise.
Okay. So I'm not going to bother doing the math. And by math, I mean you getting out the ruler tool. I'm just going to say that by the time you get to Castle Ravenloft, it's like 5 o'clock. Because it was early afternoon when you leave Vallaki. It's a few hours travel. So it's around 5.
did we rest at all?
I just noticed that there was a sub while we were starting soon. So thank you, Fessler. Thank you for the sub. And welcome back to the Guild of Troll.
Thank you, Fessler.
I really got to put the alert box on the starting soon.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we... I guess the stream would hear it too. Just so it is heard while we're on starting soon. I just looked over at the stream manager and saw it. Okay. So yeah, it's about 5 o'clock when you get to Castle Ravenloft. And that means I
Did we
get
rest yet, or
to...
Yes.
No.
I mean, we should still be coming off a long rest without having done anything.
I mean, we woke up and we went to
oh yeah,
the
we
Amber
didn't do
Temple.
anything. That's right.
Yeah,
And then we
you've
came
just
back
been
and went to
kind
the
of walking
lake.
around.
Wait, no, we were resting because we filled up the ring
Yeah.
and like we were doing shit.
We did a lot because we did the Amber Temple, then we went to Kresik, and then we went back to Vallaki and did the lake stuff.
I think that was last night.
Was it?
Yeah, we did everything before a long rest.
Okay.
So it should be coming off
Okay.
of a long rest.
All right,
Okay.
so it's
Okay, so we
first thing in
haven't
the
really
fucking
used
morning.
anything.
So it's first thing in the fucking morning.
Okay, cool. Let me long rest then.
So you get to Castle Ravenloft around noon then. I don't know why. I thought it was like slightly afternoon when you guys were leaving Vallaki.
I remember that we filled up the ring because we were about to go to sleep, so they took advantage of a long rest to refill themselves. So
And I did.
And then
We
you
talked
did
about good berries, right?
Mhm.
We talked about good berries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I,
do
think,
remember
that's-
good
I have
berries.
10 second, 10 third, and 10 fourth.
I have 10 first, second, and fourth because I dropped my third for one of the spells.
Right.
Clicking. 10 first, second, third, fourth.
I've got 25th.
Yeah, so that
Cool.
sounds about right.
That's a lot of goddamn good berries.
That is a lot of goddamn good berries.
So many good berries. Someone do the math on how many hit points that is.
If it doesn't fuck you up, I know I'm personally fine with saying that we waited until lunchtime and then we went to Ravenloft. If that keeps your time that you had planned.
I mean, just thematically, it's really cool if you get there at night. But it's kind of always night, so it's not actually always night. It's just never very bright.
I was about to say, don't steal my thunder, man.
Is it always dark here?
So just me alone.
If we leave at noon, there's definitely a couple of things that Rubik would have done around the thing, but I'll talk to you about that later.
So yeah,
you're on
just
the
me
cap.
alone. I have 220 points worth of good berries.
That's a fuckload. All right, so I'm just gonna ballpark and say there's about 1,000 hit points worth of good berry.
Sure.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I probably have the most.
Okay. Well,
think.
whatever. So you guys leave Vallaki first thing in the morning. You get your breakfast in at the Blue Water Inn, and with a hearty breakfast of wolf steak and beet stew, beet soup. Was it a stew? Soup. Let's go with soup.
Spoop.
Spoop. It's a spoop. The beet soup does not beat the beef stew you had yesterday.
It doesn't beat the stew we had yesterday? Uh-huh.
Can someone just drop him off the call, please?
I could. I can kick him from the call.
I did a joke.
So you guys make your way down the Old Svalich Road, and as you're doing so, it is actually at this time while you're traveling to the Castle Ravenloft that you level up, and while you're walking through the woods and the trees, constantly clawing over the road and threatening to block out the sun, a chill wind whips through the trees, carrying with it a sort of darkness. And it appears that the wan light from the morning sun is blocked out by the castle. And you just feel this darkness permeate your bones. And it feels good. It feels powerful.
Okay.
Snark, I got some like cognitive dissonance going on.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait. What?
I don't know where that came from.
Cognitive. I can't even begin to know what those words are.
I feel weird.
I
Good?
actually have to try to remember what it is because I remember learning it.
I feel like good and powerful, but I know I shouldn't. I know that this is not good feeling, but I like it.
I think it's just because we're gonna go kill a vampire,
Got cheers.
and that's
Got
not a bad
cheers?
feeling.
You did.
Cheers.
You got 5 cheers from Z.
Hell yeah. Thanks.
The darkness empowers you, Ian.
Okay, so before we go in, there's actually something that I should address. So if we
You're a
do
vampire.
end up battling Strahd.
Mhm.
I have this, and I hold up the oil of sharpness. This will power up any slashing or piercing weapon.
Where would we find
Essentially,
one
it'll
of
make
those?
it a +3 weapon.
Where would we find one of those from?
Where did we find it? I think it
Where
was where
would-
we found like the. It was in
Oh, wait.
Babylai Sagas.
Where
Yeah,
would we
that's
find a
where we
piercing
found
and
those.
slashing weapon?
I hold up my spear. I don't know.
I don't know.
Everyone else is doing it. I hold up my staff. I'm like, what are we doing?
I look at my hammer.
That
I don't
kind of,
think-
But yeah,
Yeah.
Snurk, yours is it's originally like a +1 weapon, right?
Is it plus 1 or
Yes.
plus 2?
I think it's a
Is it?
+1.
You have +1 bonus to attack and damage
Yeah.
rolls.
Okay. So
Because
the
of
oil
full
would
big
make
steel.
it +3 instead of +1.
Gnarly.
Yeah,
Whereas an edge's
So-
spear is already +2.
exactly. So that's why I
Yeah.
think it would be better for you. Plus, you
Okay.
would get more
Wow,
attacks.
Snurk is the only one who doesn't have a +2 weapon. Gramps has a +2 weapon.
Gramps does.
The staff of the woodlands is a +2 quarter staff.
+2 bonus to attack. Not looking we're gonna hit anything
well, I
with
mean,
it.
Elodie.
Yeah, Elodie, yeah. Yeah.
She is also just like a primary spellcaster, so I guess.
I mean, so is Gramps.
okay,
yeah.
well,
I just thought it was funny that Gramps also had a +2 weapon.
there's a
Trio
+2
for the
wand
fluff.
like right there that Elodie can
Oh, we
grab.
got a trio for the Floof Queen.
Move, queen.
Baby, babe.
Oh my god, we got $60 from Jables. Auto crit for
What?
Nesh, Snurk, Rubeck, and Grams.
Oh,
Fuck some
thank
shit
you.
up.
Thanks.
Aw.
Thank you.
Thanks, JBs.
And it
Now I can
it
definitely
cens-
use that
There we go.
brutal crits.
It's censored fuck.
Well,
What?
how come that didn't show up in chat? It just showed up on screen.
Cause it was a Streamlabs donation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cheerspiration from Explorer.
Oh,
Ooh,
hell
four.
yeah, that's right. My booming blade went up in power.
Who you want to give that cheerspiration to, Explorer?
Explorer. It can go to anybody, even Ian the DM himself.
He's
Yes.
got enough though.
I have many.
Yeah.
I have 12 now. Thanks, C.
Or hung
I
out
have the least.
in DM prep
Well, actually,
yesterday.
I don't really need cheerspiration for attacks at least. If I do my combo,
Yeah, no, Ian.
but
needs-
I would still appreciate it.
Oh, to the DM.
To the DM. Hell yeah.
He.
Hell yeah. Now I got a lucky 13.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's appropriate.
Alright,
Yeah, my
so-
booming blade went up in power.
Oh
Forgot
dear.
about that.
Just saw-
No, Explorer, you're fine. Thank you in general. Thank you for giving at all.
Oh god, Amber
Uh,
redeemed an auto crit.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
do I not have auto crit to require?
Ian, take an auto
Oh,
crit.
Thanks. Thanks,
Oh
Amber.
no.
Oh no!
I like it.
Just
So
because I know we're going to fight a vampire, and the last vampires we fought
Mhm.
have drained max life.
Yeah.
I feel like this
Oh,
one's not gonna be
no.
any different.
I feel like it's a good thing I prepped Greater Resto.
Probably.
Mm.
Uh,
A sword.
so you guys continue along the Old Svalich Road, and as you do so, you need to essentially climb the side of Mount Gakis as the switchback winds its way through the woods and up into the fog that hangs ever present over the valley. While you're climbing this switchback trail,
Oh
You-
god. Z, really?
what?
Another auto crit for Ian.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Thanks,
burn
Z.
a first
Thanks.
level for a sorcery point.
Okay. Bayless 13, 5 auto crits first. Yeah, okay. Cute.
That's how that works, right?
No.
No. Okay.
Also gonna burn a spell slot for a sorcery point.
And this is where I put my fake count to give me auto crits.
So
Is that better?
as you're stop it. So as you're making your way up, there it is. As you're making your way up through this switchback trail, you pass by a windmill that you have passed by once before. The old Svalich road here transitions to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it ascends out of the fog-filled valley. And a branch in the road to your west leads to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. Do you care, or do you keep moving?
You guys want to just do that real quick?
Yeah, let's check that out.
So we're moving at a fast pace. I only have a 23 passive perception. Do I notice anything?
I think that's more perceptive than... Yeah, it's more perceptive than... me in
So
general.
I'll give you the read-aloud text that says, closer investigation of the windmill yields a few more details. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
Hey guys, there's a raven up there that seems to want our attention. I know we were kind of dead set on doing this Strahd thing, but
That
we know a
seems
thing or two about ravens.
that seems mildly coincidental. Also, there's a goat in chat. Now I'm nervous.
A goat.
Screamo
Screamo
goat.
goat.
So many goats.
I'd wave at the raven, kind of seeing if it's familiar.
So as you acknowledge the raven,
I think you have to call Rubek.
as you acknowledge the raven, it takes off and just flies over and past you.
I don't think it was one of us, Nesh.
I don't know.
You think it was just a bird?
I don't know. Maybe they're keeping an eye on us. Does it fly towards the castle or towards the?
It's definitely in the direction of the castle.
Okay. Can I roll insight on the raven?
No.
Damn.
Can I roll insight on the DM to figure out if he wants us to not go to the windmill?
No.
Okay.
How big is the windmill?
It is 52 feet tall and 20 feet wide at its base, but it kind of tapers and then has an onion-shaped dome at the top. I should, in theory, have a handout. In theory.
And there's no there's no other than that.
Yep.
There's no activity or anything going on.
I has a handout.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a blueprint.
Yeah.
that's actually kind of cool.
And there's numbers on it, too, that tell you how big it is.
I like when a handout seems like in universe.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this is like a blueprint diagram. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That like presumably we would have found this piece of paper and been like, oh, this is what a windmill is.
And their wind sails seem kind of.
It's
Fucked
pretty
up.
it's pretty dilapidated, yeah.
Well, aren't all windmills dilapidated?
No. I think
It's probably not at all suspicious that this is the old bone grinder cutaway either.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's not suspicious at all.
Not at
No.
all.
Not at all.
Question.
I mean, that is like the 10th most suspicious thing that you've found in Barovia.
Yeah.
Except for death, kill, you're gonna die, cliff.
Right. Which
So
is
do we wanna-
what the cliff where Irina fell off is now named.
Thanks.
Please tell me there's not like a sign right there now. They've officially named it. Like,
Here lies.
This is the spot where.
Strahd has actually put on the calendar of municipal events that they're going to rededicate it Tatiana Cliff.
who the hell's Tatiana?
I don't know.
Thanks, I hate it.
My
So
vote would
what-
be straight to Ravenloft.
That would be my vote too.
Okay.
I mean, the question is, do we want to go and possibly fight something. Let's be honest, and then go from that to Ravenloft without any sort of arrest. Like not to metagame here, but like
Let's
There's
save our energy for Ravenloft.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like we have more important things to worry about.
Exactly.
There's a not metagame way to say the same thing.
We're gonna need as much energy as we can facing the Devil Strahd.
I said
Yes.
it out of character.
Right. Yeah. And then Andy said it in character. So
Yeah.
so as you continue towards Ravenloft, the road kind of dips back down, and when it levels out, you find yourself going through a forest once again, and the weeping willows just sort of sway back and forth in the breeze, essentially obscuring your view as you walk down the road, just sort of pushing your way through the trees. And the moment you clear the trees, you see the gates of Ravenloft. Massive, hundreds of feet tall gates, embedded essentially into the walls of this sort of valley, with two massive stone defenders on either side of the gates.
That thing.
Yes, that thing. And the gates stand open.
Any signs of traps or anything?
No more than usual. This is the old Svalich Road. There's footprints, there's wheel marks from wagons, there's hoof prints, every which direction. And by every which direction, I mean two directions.
All tooth of them.
All two of them.
We proceed.
All right. So as you continue forward, you get to the crossroads, where once you saw a carriage and an invitation, but now you see nothing. Nothing. What?
We killed that guy, right?
Yeah.
Carriage guy.
Yeah.
So
They're
when
dead.
So when you got here, it was actually just a carriage and some horses, and an invitation taped to the open door of the carriage.
Oh. Yeah.
The second time you saw the same carriage, it was accompanied by Rahadin, who you have.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
killed.
Rahadin wasn't in it the first time, though.
He was not.
Okay.
But we killed him dead.
Yeah, we killed him in the Amber Temple. Yes.
Just outside.
I sent a sunbeam down his throat and ripped his
Yeah.
head off and threw it. I hope he's dead.
You Godzilla right
just-
down his face.
Yeah.
Just so I don't forget, Vigilant Blessing on myself.
Okay, that's advantage on initiative.
Can we get a list of all the people that we've murdered?
It would take me a few hours.
Just named NPCs.
Might take me a few hours.
Oh God. Okay.
You killed a lot of people.
We might want to rethink our
We're the
life,
good guys.
Yeah.
Question mark?
No, honestly, I think it's like 8, like named NPCs. So as you continue up towards the castle, you can see it looming over you on the cliff, and I want to share with you a map. Map 1, I think is.
Did we bring what's her face with us? Zuleika?
Yes. Let us say that you remembered to do that.
Did I remember a name?
Yeah, that's her name. So
Ooh,
like,
dang.
I mean, you didn't remember the name.
I'm getting good.
I did the remembering for you.
No, I said, did we bring Zuleika?
Okay.
he did.
Yeah.
So, so you see looming on the cliff above you, Castle Ravenloft. And I just want to share this with you so you have an understanding of how tall this thing is and how
It's a little bit bigger than the windmill.
what?
A little bit bigger than the windmill.
A little bit, yeah, just a little bit. I heard the window, and I'm like, I mean, there's a window there, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about. A little bit bigger than the window, like, yes, the castle is bigger than the window in the castle. What? It was very
Good to know.
confusing.
There's all kinds of vines and shit growing up it, so we could breath to whiff up this thing if we have to.
If you have.
I mean, we could also fly.
And then here's some cool art that maybe less helpful.
Nah,
But it looks cool.
So this is what I was talking about. So if you look at the heights of Castle Ravenloft, you can see that there's a bridge that leads from the middle tower to the shortest tower. But the art shows the bridge going from the middle tower to the tallest tower. And that bridge does not exist.
I would just like to point out that the two ravens are Rubik and I.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
So in the schematics that we understand the castle, which is the tiny model that Gramps flew through,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing we're looking at in
further.
front of our face, that bridge is not there.
Correct.
But it's actually there.
But it's in this art.
But it's
that
not
bridge that bridge does not exist. And like every time I look up art of Castle Ravenloft, they put a bridge between the second and third towers.
Yeah, even when I drew it, I was told to put a bridge between the two towers
Yeah,
because that's characteristically Castle Ravenloft.
right. But in the maps of Castle Ravenloft, in the schematics of like every edition I could find, there's no bridge there. I don't know.
And you're not fucking with us.
I'm not fucking with you. There's just no bridge there.
Why?
Yeah, I don't. So you guys continue up to the castle. So you can see even from a distance as you wind your way up back up the mountain towards Castle Ravenloft. You can see that Castle Ravenloft sits on its own stone, commonly referred to as the Pillar Stone of Ravenloft. It is just this massive stone column that reaches up from the valley below. The foot of this pillar sits 500 feet behind the church in Barovia. And there is a vast gulf between that stone and the mountain nearby. And that gulf is the moat. That is the bridge, the drawbridge of Ravenloft. Bridges that moat. And the drawbridge is down. And Anthony's backseat mother is now following. I don't know how you backseat mother, but thanks for following.
That's such a good
But the drawbridge is down, and the gates are in fact open.
I just realized that we can pull up any past handout in Roll20.
That is a
Yeah.
thing that you can do.
It took you till episode 24 to realize that.
To
Yeah.
go
I mean,
clicking
Sam.
other buttons in Roll20. Yes.
Should we do a quick?
I forgot to turn it down. Thank you for the gift subs, J Miller 2377. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Gilded Troll, Night X Explorer, Galactic Grizzly Bear, and James Han Music. Welcome to the
Cool.
gifted sub.
Amber also gave you another take
I
20.
gotta take 20. Thanks, Amber.
No.
I was worried at how effectively I'd be able to murder all of you, but now I'm no longer worried.
Now
I'm
the answer is very.
Healer?
Hey,
When
is
it
now a good
becomes a
time for me to become an
TPK, when it
Archlich?
becomes a TPK, I hope you feel bad, Amber. I hope you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
We'll have
is
words
it too
about
late
this
for me to
tomorrow.
become an Archlich? And
Oh my god, we got 5 gift subs from Mr. Bayless. We got 5 gift subs for Wu-Tang Piglet, the Honeybee. Oh god.
not die?
Oh god.
Hype train.
Even more gift subs. So we got 5 gift subs from Mr. Bayless for Wu-Tang Piglet, the Honeybee, JM Bull 68, Crafty Bibliophile, and Citizen Snips. Welcome all to the gifted sub. And we've got
Okay,
13 gift subs from A-Lot. So welcome to the Gilded Troll, Elite Jarrod, Thorkin, Hyper Theoretical, Kalindris, Princess Anonymity, Red Bull True, Jade Ziam, Wolfblood 824, Torin the Dragon, Mad Tin Rat, Hipster Cloud Official, Falconia Maxima, The Fighting Walnut. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the gifted sub. And we have a level 4 hype train already.
You win
Because-
this round a lot.
Elon, you are persistently amazing.
And I see that apparently we have a prediction running. What's the prediction?
Yeah. How
How
many
many
people
of
are
us
gonna die?
die?
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
And we got
That was my idea.
We got 100 bits from Resurrection for the hype train. So Uncle Ned. All right, let me just slap that on my Uncle Ned. Thank you.
I want the emotes.
Yeah, got to get it on the hype train.
I don't know where to see the prediction, and I don't want to see it.
If you want to spend those bits on a player in a campaign you're not in, Sean, you're welcome to.
I did.
Oh god, we got
I said Uncle
1,500 bits for
Oh,
Andy.
you did say Uncle Ned. Okay.
We got 1,500 bits from Ramber Nicole for Andy.
I'll be right
got an
back.
auto crit
Oh,
back.
thank you, Ramber.
So
I
now she
appreciate
doesn't
it.
feel bad. And we got 300 bits from Ginger with Souls. TGT hype.
Hey.
And then Jordan immediately counters the auto crit with 2 take 20s for me.
That wasn't me. That was Jables. You said Jordan.
Sorry, names are hard and there's a lot of hype going on right now. So we completed a level 4 hype train and we're 43% of the way towards a level 5.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks, Amber.
Thanks, Jesse. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ginger with Souls. Oh god, is that more bits or is that lagging? That's just lagging.
That's just lagging.
Okay.
Did Ginger give his out yet?
Ginger did not give his out yet. Ginger, who do you want to give those cheers to?
You get 3
Three
cheers to
players.
give away.
Yeah, you
Or
got
one
cheers.
player 3 times?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the DM's also an option, but
Yes.
DM's a
Okay.
player too. That's why I didn't
I'm
say
a player.
PCs.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy shit. Did that hype train start at level 4?
Well,
think
with
so.
all the with the
Yeah, I
sudden
mean it
rush
was
of-
22
gift
gift
subs.
subs, so it just jumped to level 4.
You could turn up the difficulty a little bit, but
Thank you, Ginger.
I have my difficulty on medium high.
okay. Well, that's actually that's I would Then I
Thanks,
would
Ginger.
suggest turning it up. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ginger.
Wow. Goddamn. We haven't had a hype train in forever. So the way the hype trains start is a number of different people giving subs or cheers in a given amount of time. I think it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
Mhm.
yeah.
And usually ours are pretty spread apart, so the hype trains never start.
Yeah.
And we got 100 bits from Evil Andy XO. Thanks, Evil Andy. Who do you want to give
Thank
that
you,
cheer
Evil
to? You guys are at the far end of the drawbridge leading into Castle Ravenloft, peering up into the vastness that is this, quite frankly, ridiculously tall castle.
And we're hyping ourselves up to get into it.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, we're doing that thing from Wolf on Wall Street where we're just
So should we do a scout, guys, or should we look like, or do you, I mean, it looks like there's one entrance that we're gonna all be able to access anyway, but
is there any sort of welcoming party?
there is not. That said, the front door. So there's a gate on this side of the drawbridge. There's a gate on the other side of the drawbridge. There's a massive front door to the castle. All of them are open. The door to the castle is just slightly ajar.
Wow.
The gates are open.
And we're trying to get to. I know my first goal would be the crypts or
Yeah.
the dungeon
That's what-
beneath the castle.
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Do you,
Would I know of an easier way than the front door?
So, given that you're saying that was your first goal, I'm assuming that last time you were in the Amber Temple, you would have particularly paid attention to that when you were refreshing your memory.
Yes.
Yeah, and that cheer from Evil Andy is for you.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Evil Andy. Living up to your name.
Evil Andy, are you gonna be doing another mini painting?
And we
Today?
got 500 bits from Lady LaFay. Cheerspiration
Thanks,
for
lady.
everybody. Thanks, Lady LaFay.
Thank you, lady.
Thanks, lady.
Thank you.
Yeah, Evil Andy, let us know if you're doing another mini painting today, because those are so enjoyable to
Those are
watch.
sick.
It is on their schedule.
Well, and let us know what channel you're streaming it on if you are, because I know sometimes you've had to do your own as opposed to the Adventure Archive.
So,
He's good about letting me know as we end up. He watches us and like times the ending.
Hell yeah, good deal.
So, Grams, you would be aware that the easiest and quickest way to the crypts is through the chapel, which, if you go through the front door of the castle, just straight to the back will get you to the chapel, and there's a massive spiral staircase that leads all the way down to the crypts. Crypts. It's hard to get that T in there.
Crypta.
Crypt.
Cryptus.
Crypts. Yeah, it's hard.
Cryptus.
Yeah, cryptus. It's hard to get.
Cryptus.
It's hard to get that letter in there. So you would know that is the easiest way to get to the crypts.
Okay, and I will share this information with the group.
Okay.
So that was, you said front door?
Yeah. So through
Front
the
door, straight back.
Yep.
And
So that'll
do you
take
remember
you.
if off the front door anything else was prevalent, Gramps? Like
So-
a throne room?
So the front door will take you into the vestibule. Past the vestibule is the grand foyer. Past that, behind it, is the grand hallway. And then at the end of the hallway is the chapel. Off to the side, off of the foyer, are stairs leading up to living quarters, as well as on the other side, the grand dining hall.
So we have to go through a sizable chunk of the main open portion of the house to get back to the chapel.
Yeah.
Not
But it's a
surprising.
straight shot. Just seems
Not
easy enough.
surprising. Do
Yeah.
any of these grand rooms have a grand piano?
So it was actually planned in the original floor plans of the castle. So the grand dining room, in fact, has a quite sizable pipe organ.
Oh, that's dope.
Probably shouldn't play it.
I think
No, God, no. But that's
if
still
we're going to
rad
be
as
walking
shit.
through the main floor of the castle, we need to muffle our footsteps. So I think now would be the time to pass without a trace.
I feel like he knows we're here, though.
Yeah, but I can do everything I can to prolong the inevitable.
Yeah. At least
Rubek,
make
can
sure
you do
like
me
the
a
guards
favor
don't
and
like.
make a wisdom saving throw?
Wait, who?
Rubek?
Group back.
Rebecca.
Oh, boy.
Saving that scares the fucking shit
Oh,
out
no.
of me.
You have +2 wisdom.
Yeah. I'm gonna mechanically give it a plus. $22.
Okay, let me check.
20.
Let me see if you succeed. You don't.
Oh!
That is a failure.
With a 22?
That is a failure.
Oh no.
Eat
I feel like
All
nuts,
of us would have
man.
failed
What?
except for Jordan.
Oh no.
Rubek, you feel your ears burning. They're just very hot.
Guys, this is weird.
Somebody talking about you?
I don't know. I don't like it though.
You know, they say when your ears are burning, somebody's talking shit about you.
Yeah.
Well, you're right here, so who could it be?
I don't know. I was thinking it, though. Does that count the same?
I think we just have to go.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Are you still gonna pass without trace?
Yeah, I
Okay.
already marked the 2 damage.
All right. So presumably, yes, Mike, your ears feel funny. Mike knows what's happening because I did that to him repeatedly in Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So you guys are presumably moving stealthily as you cross the drawbridge and make your way into the inside the castle walls. So go ahead and roll stealth.
I'm going to Cheerspiration this.
Okay.
Yes, I will too.
I got a 24 with the plus 10 from
Yep.
Pass Without Trace.
Let's see.
Holy
Elodie
shit.
got a 30. Elodie got a 30.
Gramps, what did you have for breakfast?
I guess the beats aren't agreeing with me.
Inej over here with a 42, and Gramps with literally 1/3 of that with a 14.
Because I have a disadvantage on stealth, how do I roll against that? Like mechanically?
Hold control, and
You
it'll
used
roll
a
with
cheer, right? You
disadvantage.
said you were using a cheer?
Yeah, because I'm going to
Oh.
use advantage to cancel, or use a chair to
So
cancel it
just
out.
make a
So
straight
just
roll.
click on it.
Okay. Well, it's marked as a disadvantage, so I didn't want it to do it.
I mean,
Hold
maybe we just
shift.
take the first
so
one.
hold shift, and that'll give. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Take the left one.
I didn't know if it would still do to.
Actually, that's a good question. I think it might be Alt to counteract the disadvantage you already have. There's a keep.
Nope.
There is a button. I don't know.
I wasn't
See what
sure.
holding shift does. That still rolls too. Okay, that's what I was afraid of.
Okay.
Okay. So ignore that one. It's a 19.
Okay. So
And Elodie got 30.
Okay. So Gramps is doing a hefty toot as he sneaks across the drawbridge.
I'm not thinking about the staff hitting the floor every time I walk with it.
So Gramps is trying to cover up the farting by banging the staff.
But he's doing that old guy thing where it's just like every step is just.
Listen, I'm old, okay? Get used to it.
We have.
I just wanna prepare you because I think that might be the last light moment of this session.
Cool.
That's
We're
you.
45 minutes in. That's great.
Thick, cold fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. Even in its advanced state of disrepair, you can see that the stained glass window was once the symbol of the Morning Lord. What would you like to do? So at this time, I'm going to share with you, and by share with you, I mean move you to a scene. The Ravenloft grounds.
Oh,
and-
dude.
Is it just all black?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Love it.
You got
The
mood music
music.
now?
I got mood music. Oh, I gotta.
This is intense.
Hang on, I gotta fix it. Oh no. Unmute tab. Oh no, I gotta switch it to headphones. I forgot I did that.
Oh, that's so good.
I forgot I did that.
Bro, I'm feeling it.
Damn you, Ian.
So, okay.
You like that
I was
violence?
gonna say I would like to offer up inspiration to the DM, but it looks like he's already got it.
Damn it.
Ooh,
so-
music! I love it.
Yeah.
And of course, your tokens are humongous because they decided that this map has 10-foot squares and I had to fix it.
Yay, 10-foot squares, yay.
Hey, we're giant.
Yay.
It's an old token. Too.
Oh, okay, we're on the left side. Duh, yeah, of course we're on the left side, but yeah.
Why is that a duh?
Because we came in from the left. I mean, you know what, yeah, mechanically these maps have not always matched, so you're right.
No. So Gramps, you would be familiar with the layout of Castle Ravenloft, and essentially there is. So let me actually switch the Roll20 over here. So there is the whole castle in the middle of this courtyard, and curtain walls separate the courtyard into chunks. So there's the front courtyard in which you stand, and then there are effectively 3 rear courtyards. You can't see any of the portcullises from here, but you do know that there are portcullises that go through the curtain walls. The dotted lines? That's weird. There's a dotted line that you can't see that you definitely should be able to see. Hang on. Is it this one? Is that? Okay. What all is in that? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, so there's a dotted line that you should definitely be able to see, and it is... Oh god, what have I done?
You done?
I believe you've done this.
There we go. So there's a dotted line around the entire castle. Essentially, the important part is that the entrance of the castle hangs underneath the upper floors.
Okay, so we're looking at the upper floors of this castle right now. We're not looking
Yeah,
at
this is literally a
our floor. Got it.
top-down view of the
Okay.
castle.
Yes, as they say in this fancy little key here on the right, top right corner. Ground floor castle footprint.
Yeah. Which I don't know why that outline was on the GM overlay and not the map layer. That was really weird.
Portcullis.
So,
what would you
would
like to
either
do?
of these back doors that look like, in this back courtyards, would they be closer to the chapel than going through?
So the only thing at the back that is actually a back door is right here. The things that you were pointing at are actually just buttresses.
Okay, they look like
and-
open doors.
Right. So yeah, those are buttresses. This, however, is a door. Actually, I don't think you can see anything
Nope.
Is that on the GM layer too?
Yeah, I don't see any doors. I just see
It's
the roofs.
on the GM layer. Why is that on the
Get it
GM
out
layer?
of. Oh, hey, a door.
Ah!
There we go. So there is a door there, but you would know, having explored the castle blueprint, that goes into the servants' quarters, which are very cut off from the rest of the castle and massively complicates your path through.
Okay.
Are there any open windows?
So there are very many windows on this building, but none of them open at all.
Okay.
They are, in fact, stained glass windows and were built before hinges were invented.
And there's very many of them.
There are very, very many windows, especially on the
thunder in
chapel.
background too. There's a crack of thunder in the background too, Ian.
Yep.
Look at you.
Then I guess
Mhm.
we continue forward.
Okay. And I forgot to add a thing to my scene, so let me add that right the fuck now.
We have Zuleika, too. A token for her,
Yep.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1 second. I just gotta add the tabletop audio credit, because I forgot to do that. There we go.
Yeah, do that.
Legally, I have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let me grab a Zuleika token. Slap it down with you.
Oh, is that who does the tabletop audio music, or just this song in particular? Kevin MacLeod. I've seen that name.
So Kevin MacLeod and Tabletop Audio are two separate sources.
Got it.
That's just the that's the credit we have on stream because we've used both of them.
Because I've heard Kevin MacLeod's music before. That's why.
Yeah, Kevin MacLeod does a lot of Creative Commons music. Very useful.
He did the Lonelywood music, that wonderful piano music that.
Beautiful. Looks like Andy's zoom is off center. I think I cropped it wrong. You're good. I just cropped it wrong.
Okay.
You're wonderful and great.
Yeah.
Andy.
Stupendous and fantastic. And
Stupendous.
I cropped it while you weren't here, and I just based it on where your chair was, but I guess your chair was off to the side.
Oh, probably, yeah.
So, you are sneaking up towards the main entrance. In fact, your tokens would probably be closer to it. You know, you'd probably be, at the very least, hidden from this balcony here. Where would you like to go? Do you want to just head right into that main door?
I mean, unless Gramps, you saw something in your walkthrough, your 2 speed runs that.
I don't think I saw anything. That just looks like the best, most direct path for us is through the main,
Okie dokie.
through the main door, straight to the back of the castle.
Alright. 1 second. Let me grab your tokens. Nope, wrong layer. That's the GM info overlay layer. Grab tokens. Hit copy 27 times because Roll20 forgets that I hit copy sometimes.
So is Ganon like swirling around this castle? Like, is there like a dark storm cloud overhead?
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
no, sorry, I mean that seriously. Like, is there is it noticeably like darker and stormier here, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yes. So here I've got you. I think the music just restarted when I switched scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got you here. I've got essentially the entire castle interior fog of ward. But you can see the curtain walls that separate the courtyards, the buttresses, and you're just currently underneath, and the door inside, the door that would lead inside is slightly ajar, and light spills out, torchlight spills out from inside. What would you like to do?
Is it ajar enough for like Tiny to stick her little head through and?
Easily. Would you like for her to go invisible and do that?
I would suggest it to her.
Yeah.
And I need to bring up her character sheet.
It's time to do that Argenthast Holt move again.
I mean, Gramps already knows the entire layout of the castle.
Yeah, but that
Like,
doesn't
see,
show
like,
people
people.
in it.
That's true. It don't show people. Are you gonna make me do that though? Because I don't have
Only-
dynamic lighting enabled, and it's way easier with dynamic lighting because I can just move the token around repeatedly.
No, we don't need to. Let's make it easy for everybody.
Thanks.
Do I hear anything inside?
You do not.
There's not a way for you to cut out chunks of fog of war, is there?
There is, but
Okay.
yeah, no,
Yes.
I can cut out chunks of fog of war, but figuring out, okay, what can you see from this window? What can you see from this window? What can you see from this window?
No,
That's
we
the-
don't have to do the full like actual Argynvost whole move.
Yeah.
But I mean, if she wanted to pop in and see what's in that main room, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, I can just reveal that. Is she doing so invisibly?
I don't know who's
Yeah.
piloting Elodie.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Outside of combat, you're kind of collectively piloting Elodie. Inside of combat, I am.
Okay.
So I'll mark off the invisibility. So she'll fly in. And I don't think I made her token small enough. She'll fly in, and essentially it is a vestibule. The ornate outer doors of the castle hang just barely open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. And as she pokes her head in, she can see that 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors.
Are those doors closed?
They are, yes. She can also see, once she enters the room, that overhead, in the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
I don't know why, but I'm getting like that stone dragon vibe
Like the one we saw at the.
at Argynvost, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like-
you just had some chilly breath. Probably not a big deal.
Yeah. But Sean knowing what Ian told us.
What did I told you?
What has Ian told us? Oh,
That
told
it
us
used
that
to
it was
be a
like-
cone of cold.
Yeah.
Well, you also know that Castle Ravenloft predates Strahd. And
Yeah.
Strahd is at least 400 years old. In fact, you actually know the year of Strahd's birth.
From Istrad.
Yes. Someone read that, right?
To hold.
Yeah. Yeah. I
How
read
old
it.
is? Sorry, go ahead.
No, we were done.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, how old is this compared to Argynvost? Roughly around the same time.
This castle is significantly newer than Argynvost, actually.
Okay. But still old.
It is still about at least 500 years old.
Gotcha. Argynvost was like 1,000 years old.
It was
something
about
like that?
1,000 years old, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So not at the same time.
Right. Argynvost significantly predated Strahd. And there's a whole lot of history there that you guys missed by saying, fuck this shit, we're going straight to the highest tower. It's fine.
It's fine. We'll learn about it in the recap.
Right. So Tiny regales you with all the details that she found, which is not a lot. What would you like to do?
Well,
I'll go in first.
Okay.
okay.
Yep. What?
I was just gonna go, just go back to the blue water, and that's all. You guys got this. I don't want to interrupt.
You don't want to fight Strahd?
Sure. It's not the Strahd part that bothers me. It's the elaborate death trap of a castle that bothers me.
Yeah.
it's a room, Snark. Anyways,
It's a
Inez
bunch
said
of
she's gonna
rooms.
go check it out. So let her go in and check it out. She's good at
Yeah.
scoping stuff out.
And like if my instinct is correct, I feel like I would be best prepped to deal with like dragon like area of effect things.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll
You-
go in.
You do noticeably have a shield.
You do.
Your shield is much larger than Rubek's pot lid.
Yes.
Gramps' tree bark.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little bit
Canonically, that
harder.
is what Rubik's shield is. It's literally the pot lid
Pot.
from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You just jammed some rope through it as a handle.
Yep.
Actually, no, the rope would have been there to use as a handle for the lid.
Right, but it only fits to like 2 of my fingers because.
It's really a buckler.
Excellent
for
shield.
Rubik. So as
Yeah.
you head inside,
Yeah.
and you see the same things that Elodie sees.
Okay.
Yeah, you see these 4 statues and this hanging at the corners of the vaulted ceiling. You see a pair of very ornate double doors on the other side of the room. They have massive golden handles. They stand 15 feet high and 10 feet wide, completely closed.
Okay.
It appears that there's no center beam between the 2 doors. They actually latch into one another. Perhaps they latch into the floor from the other side. Unclear.
Hearing background noises, and I hate it.
I love it.
Anything else I notice in here? Is that the
Nope.
okay?
Fluttering torches on the walls to your left and right.
All right. Okay, so you said like the door appears to be locked from the inside. Well, I mean, yeah, that would make sense.
I mean, for a castle, that would make sense to lock the doors from the inside. Yeah. Given your understanding of how castles work, it would not be unreasonable for there to be a beam braced against the back of the doors.
Right.
Whether or not that's the case here, unknowable.
Did I miss something? Why is Tiny sleeping?
I'm trying. I tried to find an invisible status.
Oh, okay.
But Roll20 does not have any. Here, that's the wobbly is invisible.
Yeah.
Roll20 does not have any status indicators
That or
look
paralyzed.
remotely like
Any of the
actual
conditions?
status,
Yeah. No, they're
Except for
horrible.
the blinded.
Your blinded's pretty okay. It's a bleeding eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the crink in the back for prone. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh god, my back.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no like lock and key.
There does not appear to be any keyhole. No.
Okay.
No locks to pick.
Okay, I'll tell everyone else to come in. Seems to be all right. In this room, at least.
Okay. Everyone else head in.
Oh, head in.
You wanna open the door before we all pile into a 20 by 20 death room?
See, I don't know if I can open it. 'Cause I feel like it's I mean, did I check to see if it's locked? Or
You did not.
could I see if it's locked?
Sure. That's locked.
Okay. Didn't want to assume.
I mean, aren't you the one who usually undoes locks and stuff? Like, I've seen you literally look at a lock and have it pop open.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Zuleika takes this opportunity to remind you that she's looking for the dungeons.
Yeah.
That's where we're heading. Just
We're
pay
heading there.
attention.
See this, I usually use like a lock pick, but they don't have that on this door. It's more like a beam, like a wooden beam. So, one idea. Grants can go incorporeal.
I was
Okay,
going to
that's
ask
fine,
that.
lift it.
Is it considered nighttime since we waited till midday to leave?
Sure.
I could do that.
Right.
Now, do I want to burn a wild shape or a hit die?
What's a wild shape and what's a hit diagrams? Just do your fucking thing.
I'm gonna wild shape into a specter.
Snark, you're still hanging back?
Yeah, I would say wild shape because that's short rest and hit die.
You're just staying right
Harder
out
to get
there.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so Rubik comes out, holds him by the shoulder. Let's
Fucking stupid.
Go.
While they're doing
Just like
this, I'm gonna
firemen carry him.
change into a specter and then just walk through the door because they have incorporeal movement.
Okay.
Sure, let's all
so-
pile into the tiny room.
So as you wild shape into a specter, Strahd walks through the far door. And I don't mean he opens the door and walks through it. I mean he walks through the door. His
Like
face.
this door?
Yes, that door. His foot appears first, and then shortly thereafter, his face, and then the rest of him as he steps bodily through the door.
Okay.
Thanks, Steph. I love you.
Sorry we're late.
And he says, he's walking with the confidence of a noble and the ease of one who is unafraid. And he stops and he says, "You have ruined everything you have touched. Many lives have ended due to your incompetence and malevolence. I opened my home repeatedly to you, and you spurned me. I should repay such kindness." And as he says that, the dragon statues animate.
God damn it.
Roll initiative.
I knew it.
Fucking duh.
I knew that dragons weren't just statues.
Chekhov's
think?
dragon statue.
Do I
God,
end
it's
up
like-
wild shaped or not?
Your choice.
It's like I was
I'm
sitting outside on purpose.
Gonna say not.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't bite me in
Okay.
the ass.
Clear initiative.
Um,
Alright, it is now safe for you to
oh.
roll initiative.
By the way,
What's up?
where was our fated encounter with him?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think you said something about
balcony.
a balcony.
Yeah, balcony.
Does it matter? He's right here in front of us.
Well, I mean, I was just wondering, like, if it said, like, right at the smack beginning, and we just forgot.
That'd be funny.
I rolled before the.
I'm
tracker
gonna.
came up
So
back on
I
my
rolled
list.
before. I would. So you
Yeah.
do you want to add turn? Or do you want me to just roll again and put in my first my first
shit.
time?
I can add turn for both of you.
Shit, I forgot to tap it.
Alright, I can add turn for you too.
I remembered.
Sorry.
And
Rolled
then
before.
I will roll for Elodie. Alright. Oh, I already rolled. Right.
Doing great, guys.
Glad we all piled into this tiny room together.
It's good because
Cool.
now I need.
Misery loves company. Snark. Do you want to be? Do you want to be the one coward who lived through this?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Alright.
I will live to tell the tale.
To roll for Zuleika. She's got +1. Alright, looks like everyone's in, so let's sort. Oh, cool, Strahd goes first.
Great.
Cool.
Love it. Oh, I need lair action. That's a thing I
Oh.
need.
Oh no.
That's an initiative.
Oh, here's a question I just
What's
thought
that?
about. My channel divinity
Mm-hmm.
and the Hammer of the Morning Lord.
Uh-huh.
How do they interact?
It's a very good question. So, I have no idea. So the I think your channel divinity would override the hammer.
Okay.
So Strahd actually just screams. He screams bloody murder, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Go ahead and use one of my cheers for that.
Same.
Yeah, I'll use a cheer. I'll use
Saving
my
throw?
DM inspiration.
Saving throw specifically, you said?
Constitution saving throw, yeah.
That would be a 19 and a 19.
Yeah, you wow, you succeed.
So 25.
Yeah.
26.
I guess I'll follow the trend and cheer inspiration for Ellie. Is everyone else?
Yeah,
doing
use our
it?
last one.
Sure.
So everyone saves. So everyone just takes 4 psychic damage.
Zuleika?
I rolled for her. She saved 2.
Okay.
Yep.
4?
So that's his turn.
So four psychic damage?
Yep, 4 psychic damage. So as a lair action, the door to the outside slams shut. And you hear a lock. You don't see a lock, but you hear a lock.
See, Snurkin, you would have been locked out of the party if I didn't bring you in here.
Inej, it's your turn.
Okay. All right. Do I use my channel divinity? Fuck it, might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll use my channel divinity. What's it called? Twilight Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
And I hold out a holy symbol that we're assuming that I have.
Mm-hmm. You definitely.
And everything, like, it just starts to swirl in darkness. Or not darkness, but shadow.
Okay. The light of the torches dims.
And with my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I will... shoot, what can I do as bonus action besides Shadow Blade? Yeah, I'll just cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Elodie is going to cast a twinned haste on Rubek and Snurk at a cost of a 3rd level spell slot and 1 sorcery point.
Cool.
So your movement speeds are doubled. You have an additional action with which you can attack, dodge, dash, or use an object. If you use it to attack, you can only make 1 attack. Your AC increases by 2, and you get and you get advantage on dex saves. We got 5,000 bits from Fessler. A Deva flies
Fessler.
in and lands next to
Fessler.
Strahd.
A
Holy
different
shit.
diva.
Ooh.
Or
Yeah,
different Deva.
Yeah, this is a different Deva.
Hey, Fessler.
That said, I'm still going to use the Abbot token just because it exists.
Sure.
Yeah,
Fessler, you continuously roll.
you are the best.
We can use
which
our
one?
extra action to dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
And out of game, just out of curiosity, with the whole hammer thing, what the fuck did you do to my hammer, Sean? Not Inej, Sean. Like what's
What?
like when you said that the override? Like what happens to my hammer?
Just the light from it.
Just the light.
Yeah, so
Like
inside...
the sunlight that you radiate.
Yeah, so inside of Inej's aura, which is 30 feet,
Yeah.
all bright light is reduced to dim light. But all of your light is still sunlight. So even the dim light is still sunlight.
All right.
So it's still functional. It's just
Okay, so that's good.
not a burning beacon.
Oh, I would have gone after Inej had you prevented that. Like, not real talk.
So Deva stat block. Let's see, and this Deva's gonna be with you until it dies.
Yeah.
So he's got a 12 initiative. So let's put him in place. Okay.
Of course, he got a 12.
Of course he got a 12. I'll have him take a turn now anyway. So he's gonna swing at Strahd twice, just immediately. That's gonna be 2 hits. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage. 18, 24, 20. Oh god. Oh, okay. So he swings at Strahd, and his hammer seems to cleave swaths through Strahd. and he hits him twice, and then Strahd just pops. Disappears into so much mist.
God damn it. Well, we have to fight these things, though.
Yeah, you still have to fight the dragons, so that's a thing. So that was the Deva's turn. That's Elodie's turn. Now it's the dragon's turn, and they're gonna
So
breathe.
the Deva missed. Yes, Shadows. The Deva missed.
Cute.
Oh, Elodie gets stuff
She gets stuff.
for being in my sanctuary.
Oh,
1d6 plus
okay.
2 temps.
Okay. So 4. All right.
Do we
Okay.
all?
It's the
Every,
end
on
of
your turn.
Okay.
End of your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So the dragons. So that's going to be 2 breath weapons at Snurk, Rubek, Zuleika, Elodie, and Gramps, and 2 breath weapons at Inej and the Deva. So I need a pair of deck saves from each of you.
I'm just rolling for my temps because I realize I get that
Okay.
on my turn.
Advantage on them. Because I assume these are effects I can see.
Yep. You're
Dex
also
saves?
hasted, which gives you +2.
I
to
no, I
dex
think it's
saves?
advantage.
Oh, is it
Plus
advantage
1
on
AC.
deck saves? Okay.
Plus 2 on
And
AC.
you need
Right.
and you need two of them. You said.
Yep, 2 deck saves.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
I'm gonna roll
roll.
with advantage.
2 on me as well.
All right, so those two rolls are the first ones, and then I'll roll the actual second one with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled too many. I'm still catching up.
So that's a 23 and a 17.
I believe both will save.
I got a 15 and an 11.
The 15 will save.
I save both.
Okay. Snark.
Yeah, I was waiting for everybody else. That's a 14 for the first one. That's stinky poo poo. And a 19 for the second one.
Okay. Both save.
Oh, okay.
And then I need to roll for Zuleika. Fails both. That's cool.
Oh no.
So does everyone know whether they succeeded or failed on both?
Yes.
I succeeded on both.
Okay.
One success,
So
one failure.
so for everyone other than Inej and the Deva, the damage is going to be 28 and 18, save for half.
What type of damage?
Fire.
I'm going to absorb elements.
Okay. So you get resistance to both of them. And then for Inej and the Deva, it's going to be 28 and 21.
28. I see.
So 0.
Yeah, Inej takes 0 because she succeeded on both saves.
Sorry, can I get those damage numbers again?
Yeah, it was 28 and 18.
Save for half.
Yep. So you're going to take
Okay.
14 and 9.
Yeah.
Even if I did fail, I'm resistant. So
Cool. And you take half damage on a fail.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
see-
on a fail, I take a quarter.
Right. So Zuleika went from pretty okay to very nearly dead. I still need to roll for the Deva. He fails and then succeeds, so he takes 28 and 10. He takes 38. I think that's their turn. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with doing 200 or so damage. It's Zuleika's turn. Honestly, I think the thing that she would do is angrily claw at the door where Strahd came from. And I'm going to make some attack rolls because this door has... Oh, God, she just double crit the door.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She pissed.
Okay. This door actually has AC and hit points, so let's see how much damage she... Oh my god, it's 4d4 on that crit. Those were very small number. Those were significantly less small number. So that was... Okay. So she's clawing at the door. Okay. Is the door a... Ooh. Let me move the door from the map layer to the token layer. And then I can... No, it's not letting me. It's just part of the art. Damn it. Okay. I was hoping I could put it on the token layer and then give it hit points. Snurk, it's your turn. A bunch of dragons. Dragon statues breathing down on
Does
you.
Elodie need to make Constitution saving
She
throws?
does. She has to make concentration checks. She's good at those, though.
Yeah.
And she's Warcaster, right?
No.
No?
She's not. No.
I thought she was. I don't know why I thought she was.
So she saved and then failed, so it was 14 and then 21. Both are DC 10. But yeah, she makes it. Haste is still up, which is good because you guys don't want to be stunned.
No.
So Snurk, it's your turn. You are not stunned by suddenly losing haste.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
So haste gives me an extra attack, you said?
One additional attack, yes.
Right, one additional. So I have 4 in total.
Correct.
How far up are the statues?
They are 15 feet above the floor.
And they're 20 feet apart from each other.
Correct.
What is my range in my actual sword? 5 feet. Trying to see if I can mechanically get all 4 in one attack.
Don't think so.
You do have that really cool thing you did where you like.
Yeah, but I don't expect this to be the only room with multiple enemies in it.
What?
Really? You think this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't expect every room after this to be just one person per room.
Actually, he could hit all of them, I think.
Yeah, my movement speed is doubled, right?
Yes,
Because
your
of
movement
haste.
speed is doubled.
So I have
Oh,
60
then
feet
yeah.
of movement. Or no, I have 70 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So am I able to? I get my full movement even though I'm attacking, right?
I will say, for the sake of rule of cool, that you can just bounce around the room like a frog on crack and attack each of them once if you'd like to.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, I would like to do that. I would like to bounce around the room like a frog on crack and attack all 4 of them. I will roll 4 attack rolls
Okay.
first. Do I want to use anything on these for fun?
You could bonus action Fighting Spirit. That'll give you some temps and advantage on all of your attacks this turn.
Why are you better at me than me?
Because I've been playing 5th edition since 3 days after it released.
So I have
I shit you not, that's actually when I started.
10 hit points. Or 10 temps.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll these 4 first.
With
And I'll
advantage.
do Yes.
Something tells me you're going to hit all 4 of them. Hit.
19. That didn't roll with advantage for some reason. So I'll roll the second one so you can see
Okay.
it, just in case.
You,
No, it's just a 28. Okay.
okay.
That's
So
a 28.
just a 28. No big deal.
shift. Yeah, it's just 28. 15?
15 will actually miss.
Oh.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay. 26.
So that's going to be 3 hits. So I'm assuming you're going to start at the corner you're standing at, so the one miss is going to be the northeast corner.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go counterclockwise if that works for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll start where I'm at. Where's my dang it, roll 20, come back here.
The odds of you missing any given attack just now is 9%.
So the first one was 14.
All right.
I'm guessing I can't throw stank on these because they're stone sculptures.
That's a very good question, actually. No, they shed some of their stone and reveal actual scales.
Oh, okay. I'll roll damage first then.
Okay.
So I did the first. Sorry, go ahead.
What's the DC on your stank?
12.
Okay.
12.
I'm just gonna say that all 3 of them made it,
Okay, that's fine.
so we'll just skip that step.
So first one was 14.
Yep.
The bottom right is going to take 12.
Yep.
You said the 15 misses.
Yep.
So then the top left takes 16.
All right. So you put out a solid 42 damage this turn. None of them are bloodied. None of them even look particularly perturbed, but you're slashing at them. You're dislodging scales, and they. Oh, what the hell's the word I'm looking for? Stolid? No, that ain't it. I don't know. They dispassionately accept your attacks.
I am actually impacting them. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, because I used my bonus to do fighting spirit, so no.
All right. Rubek, you're up.
All right. You said these things are 15 feet in the air?
Yep.
That's a little high up for me, isn't it?
You could always scrabble up the wall just long enough to swing at him.
All right. So I will bonus action light the hammer up because I didn't have it
Mm-hmm.
canonically lit up yet.
Right.
And yeah, so I'm hasted, so I can scramble up the walls. And unlike my little bouncy frog buddy, I'm going to focus fire on one of these in hopes of actually getting rid of one.
Okay.
So I will thwack at it 3 times. Well, I'll
Yep.
thwack at it until it falls and see if I have any more for anything
Got it.
else.
Which one? The one right next to you?
The one I'm right under,
Okay.
right there. And
It is crazy how insanely large this map is, and the fact that I'm at 250% zoom and still want to zoom in.
yeah, I'm just gonna hit him straight, I think. Oh no, do I have anything on attack rolls through haste or no? That's just extra.
That's just the extra
Alright.
action, yeah. Also
So,
+2 to AC and advantage on deck saves, but you already had that one, so.
So the first one is a 15, which I think we determined misses.
That does miss.
Second one is a 28.
28 definitely hits.
So that's gonna be 12 plus. I'm not raging, so 12 bludgeoning, 1 radiant,
Alright.
and then another.
Okay.
Does 16 hit?
It does not.
Damn.
Those are some bad rolls.
Yeah, there's some really bad rolls.
Oof.
Um,
Alright, so you scrabble up the wall just long enough to swing at it repeatedly, and it's just kind of like batting you away, but you land one good hit on it and just crack it in the shoulder, and you see its front leg go a little limp. Anything else?
Nope. Jump
Oh.
back down.
Alrighty. Gramps.
I am going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So I'm dropping Pass of that Trace because that doesn't fucking work anymore.
Not so much.
Yeah.
And I look it actually rolled healing. So that's going to Zuleika.
Okay, so she'll gain 14.
She
hit
needs to stay
points.
alive to convince Emil to tell me what I need to know.
Alright. Alright, she's got 14 extra hit points. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Lair action will go by. I don't think I want lair action anything. Why don't I have. You knocked him down, so I closed the stat block. Okay, no lair actions. Inej, it's your turn.
All right. I'll run up to top right.
Okay.
And booming blade.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, 20 to hit.
20 hits.
That's actually a really bad roll, considering super advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Psychic. Thunder.
Hey, we got a sub
Okay,
from
so-
Phoenix Firestar. Thanks for the continued sub, Phoenix, and welcome back.
So-
Welcome back to Go Troll.
Welcome back, Phoenix.
30, 41, 48 points of damage.
Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so that one's bloodied. Went from full to bloodied in one hit. Anything else? Holy damn.
That was the one I missed, right?
Yeah.
That is the one you missed, yeah.
And then I'll disengage.
Okay.
Go over here.
Alrighty. Done?
Yeah.
Alright. So the Dave is just going to hover up next to this one and start thwacking at it. First one's going to hit. Let's see if it kills it. Probably not with those dice. So 5, 15, 17, 18. So he'll attack again. That one will hit. That one will kill it. I'm not going to continue rolling damage because it's already dead. So make sure that's not... Alright. So he flies up and just whacks it twice. And then just menacingly hovers next to the next one. By the way, this guy got big wings. He got big wings.
He's gonna get temps too.
Oh, neat. How many he got?
I believe it's anyone of my choice.
Cool. D6 plus 2?
Yeah.
Cool. 7
That got
temps.
temps.
Yeah, Grant will got in temps.
Same.
And
Rubeck and Snark.
Snurk, no, because he has more than I could.
Yeah, he already had 10. Right.
So instead of
okay.
that, I'm gonna Kira's fucking frightened. Even though he doesn't have frightened, he's fucking scared.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cure that. Because that's a thing my sanctuary can do.
Well, thank you. I will take that into consideration, that I am not nearly as frightened. Thank you.
Be
Like
brave,
you feel like the shadows like wrap around you and it's like a warm hug.
Okay.
So...
you get D6 plus 2 temps.
D6 plus 2 temps. Do I roll that?
Yeah.
Or is it already rolled?
You roll.
You roll. So...
I did the same thing, Andy. Don't feel bad.
It happens.
So Elodie is going to go ahead and cast...
You get more next turn.
A twinned Chaos Bolt at... Oops, didn't mean to move him. Twinned Chaos Bolt at the south too. Where is... There we go. She is still invisible. No, she's not, because that would have ended when she cast Haste. Yes.
Yeah.
Invisible.
So we'll just take the left one, which does hit, and hit the cast button again for another attack. Both hit.
Weird.
Ooh.
Oof.
Does anyone remember? Does anyone remember? Oh, it was 28, and not for some reason my character sheet reset itself.
Oh
Sorry.
dang, that's double 8s on the second
That
one.
is double 8s.
The damage was 28 and 18.
And 18. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And since that's double 8s, that one actually chains. So she gets to attack the northwest one as well. Why am I rolling a die? I have a button to hit.
It was safe for half, Andy.
Yeah.
Third one misses, though. So the Chaos Bolt chains from the bottom left one to the top one and misses. And then she is, for absolutely free, it costs her literally nothing, she's going to quicken a Chill Touch on the southwest one.
Yes.
16 will miss. Jesus. I rolled so low for her just now. I rolled 8, 3, 8, 5, 7.
Maybe you should have rolled actual dice.
Maybe.
'Cause you got those really nice loaded ones. I mean real ones.
So let's roll for some recharge on these dragons. Cool. That's neat. So they all hop down to the ground where they're going to proceed to do some claw bites. I don't think they have claw bite.
Well, they move too. Cool.
They don't even have claw bite. They just have bite. So I'm going to throw some Cheerspirations at these bites. I'm going to use DM Inspiration before Cheerspiration, though, because that's a smart thing to do. So we're going to get an advantage bite against Gramps, Snurk, and Rubeck. So Gramps, that's going to be a 16 to hit. Snurk, that's going to be a 14. Rubeck, that's going to be a 15.
Miss.
Holy shit, I rolled poorly. But still hit Gramps with a 16, so that's neat. Wow, these guys... Yikes. So that's going to be 13 piercing and 6 fire. And then I'm going to need a concentration.
Yeah. So let me take my 19 damage. Ow. I want to keep this up, so I'm going to cheer.
Okay.
Please
DC
don't roll
10.
like Jordan.
He
Oof.
said not 2.
There goes 18d6 plus 45 hit points.
Bye-bye.
Ouch. Zuleika, on her turn, is going to continue attacking the door.
I feel like I cursed you. I'm sorry, Jordan.
No, she's going to attack the dragon. It's an immediate threat. It's literally right next to her.
What was the last thing I rolled?
Wow, she misses both. That's neat. That's her turn. Snurk, it's your turn again. All of the dragons are now on the floor. They hop down from their perches and try and bite at the group of you.
Do we still have haste, or was that a 1 turn?
You still have haste. It lasts for a minute.
Oh god, that's tasty. That's probably like a level 5 level. Or no, you said it was 3rd level spell.
It's a
isn't it?
3rd level spell.
Okay, so I couldn't take just enough of sorcerer to get that one for myself.
That would be 5 levels.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
Any longer of a campaign, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so I will go after. I'm gonna go after all 3 because I have 4 attacks, but I'm gonna go after this one next to. Actually, I'll go after the one next to me first.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Since
So
you
I'm gonna
provoke
give-
otherwise.
Huh?
Since you would provoke unless you attack it first.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go 2 for that one first.
Okay.
I don't have advantage because my fighting spirit was only for the last round
Correct.
of attacks. I could use it again, but I don't need the bonus temp, so I'm just gonna roll normally.
Okay.
First attack. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
Oh, good point, Z. I do have a ring of spell storing.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Revivify.
If I had, that was more helpful.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
23
and
also
then it-
hits.
23 also hits.
Alright, so go ahead and roll damage for those 2.
Yeah. 14
Alright.
and 13.
Alright. That dragon is barely hanging on as you essentially chop off its front 2 feet.
Okay.
And you find that it appears to be a veneer of scales on top of a fully stone statue.
Oh.
And then there was stone on top of the scales that crumbled off when they started moving. It's stone, then scales, then stone.
It's got layers.
It's got layers.
Like an onion.
But you know,
Like an ogre.
It's now standing on its stumps as it continues to try to bite you.
Okay. I will go for right, then this one.
All right.
And I will end over here. So I'm going to roll the 2 attacks.
All right.
I figure I'll just move shit first so you can see what's going on.
Yep.
28.
Ellie's token is so tiny that I can't put any statuses on it without completely obscuring her.
I know.
28 hits.
28 for the bottom right, and then the top left. Do you want me to roll damage for that one first?
I mean, whatever. Roll things quickly.
Okay. And the top, shut up. 27 for the top
That
left.
also hits. Where'd the
Okay.
pink thing go?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Both hits.
Bottom right is 9.
All right.
Top left is 13.
All right. So they're both bloodied now. I mean, they're all 3 bloodied. But one of them is missing its feet. As you just hop around the room, I'm imagining like Yoda, just kind of hopping around, swinging your sword.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Bonus.
Second wind.
I was just thinking either second wind or action surge, but that's you can take one addition.
Action surge would give
I'd say
you
just
3
second wind.
additional attacks.
Yeah, and it comes back on a short rest.
Yeah,
I mean, you can do both.
you could do both.
These things are also
Okay.
very bloodied and very likely to be taken care of before your next turn.
Yeah.
They did just go.
Okay. I will. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Then that's it.
all right, Rubek, you're up.
Good point.
All right. So Rubik is going to first go for the one that Snark first started with, the one that
By the door.
by the door,
The one with 2 feet.
the one with 2 feet.
Got it.
And as he brings down the hammer on it, he's going to look at Smirk and say, "Focus!" bam. And that's going to be 12 bludgeoning and 2 radiant. Oh, no, I'm going to rage first.
Okay. Yeah, it's dead.
And then I'm going to bring over the hammer down to the one next to me.
Okay.
Does that one get lightning damage because you rage?
We'll do lightning damage to the one next to me that I was already focusing on.
All right. So I'll roll dex for that.
And I actually added this. Oh, did I add this as a? I did.
I got 12 for the dex save.
That's a fail, and it takes 4 lightning damage.
All right.
So that happens simultaneously as I bring down the hammer on the one that Snurk was, almost killed but didn't.
Okay.
And then, I say focus, and then I bring down the hammer on the one to my other side.
Okay.
While I say fire. Oh, that wrong thing to roll. I rolled the wrong thing.
Whoops.
Ignore that 7.
That's a crit fail, so I'll use my last one to. Now I'm gonna use a cheer on this last one.
Okay.
Should have probably just done reckless, but whatever.
Do you get 3 attacks now too, Rubek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I get an extra one?
Well,
Nice.
That's a
he
23.
gets 3 because haste. 23 will hit.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And so that's going to be, and I forgot to add rage damage to that, but that's 13 bludgeoning, 2 radiant, plus, no, actually it's 17 bludgeoning, plus 2 radiant.
Okay. All right. It's not looking good. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Gramps. There's 2 dragons left. Both of them are bloodied. Both of them are angry. One of them is angry at you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna second level inflict wounds. The one that's angry at me.
Okay.
We take my 2 damage.
Are you inflicting wounds on yourself?
I mean, kind of. The staff.
Take the energy from your chest and just shove it in his mouth.
20 will hit.
Ready to hit for 19 damage.
Alright, so you just grab it by its snout as it's like chomping down on your thigh, and you just wither its flesh off of its snout and just reveal the stone underneath.
Everybody's dumb face.
Anything else?
Bonus action. No, I'm good.
Alright, and Nej, your turn.
All right. Which one's looking worse?
They're both pretty equally fucked up.
Okay. I'll booming blade the one next to Rubik.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits. Oh my god, that's so many damage.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, let me just make sure this is right.
22 32 psychic and 7 thunder. I think I'm reading that right.
Yeah, 32 psychic, 7 thunder.
Okay. And then another 11 thunder if it moves.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not going to move because it's dead.
Cool.
So you just...
I drag it so it takes extra damage.
Yeah. So you just stab it in its face, and it just goes limp. I know that's Shadow Blade. You swing a Shadow Blade generally. I was thinking the spear. Anything else?
I mean, I could stab it too.
Yeah, you could stab with a Shadow Blade.
It just doesn't leave a mark.
Right. Anything else? You know,
Is there anything
I
else
decided to put haste on not Inej because I was like, oh, you're a rogue. Sneak attack. You really only get 1 good attack per turn. Everyone else, like, all of their stuff lands on every... With Shadow Blade and Booming Blade, even without the sneak attack, you hit like a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe Inej will get hasted in future combats.
Yeah. And plus, like, even if I don't do the additional attack, like, I could still, like, action dodge.
Yeah.
And then do stuff for my bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already get 3. Maybe Inej gets it next time.
Yeah, maybe Inej gets a second attack instead
Yeah.
of Snurk getting a 4th. Anything else, Inej?
Nah.
Alright, David's
think we
gonna
got
attack the dragon twice. He's gonna miss the first one, which is a damn shame. And 10, 17, 20. Oh, yeah, it's dead. It's dead. So that's that fight. It's over. Zuleika immediately goes back to just clawing at the door, essentially tearing at the intersection between the two doors, trying to make a hole large enough to get to whatever's bracing it on the other side. And
I'll hit it with my
she's-
hammer.
I want to eat some good berries.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll eat a good berry or two.
Gonna eat 5 good berries.
Yes.
Oh, you guys can re-roll for the temps.
What is it? 1d6 plus 2?
Yeah,
How long does it last?
a minute. So can we just say that you got like max?
Took me 2 tries to get a 6.
I just rolled 5, so I'll take the 7 from that.
Okay.
Can I convince
however
Zuleika
the
to eat
DM
any
rolls
good
it.
berries?
Oh yeah, I'll give her temps too.
Okay. So everybody got 8 temps.
Except for
And the
Snark.
good berries are
Except
7
Snark
hit points
has
for the
10,
4th
yeah.
level.
With 4 of my 2nd level, so I'm
And I'll
maxed
eat
out
3 of
for
them.
points. How do those work in combat? Is it a bonus action for one of them?
It is an action to eat a berry. Yeah.
Full action. Got it.
They're
They're
not
hard to chew, they're like
fantastic in
dates.
combat.
Right?
So you gotta like sit there and...
But you treat it like a potion, so it's a full-on action to do the thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, the spell says as an action.
Oh, it does. Okay.
And
I
so
Would
yeah,
that be like to use an item action? So if you're hasted, you can use it with your hasted action.
I'll allow
Oh
it.
yeah.
but I'll start hitting the door with the
Okay.
hammer.
I
to help
imagine
her
it like-
open it up.
I imagine it like a Swedish fish, just like how chewy it is.
Yeah, it gets stuck in your teeth.
Can I convince Zuleika to eat any good berries?
I mean, she'll happily eat them. She's missing a bunch of hit points. She's missing 36
Bunch of them.
total.
36. Take 3 of
Yeah, fine.
4 of my level 5.
She can have some of mine.
Breath.
So is that
8
plus
apiece.
30? Okay, yes, plus 32. Alright.
I still have 11. We're good.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
eat 1 first level good berry.
Yeah, I love how I did like 200 some damage to you guys, and you guys are just like, good berries.
I mean, I only need 1 first level good berry,
Yeah.
and I'm at full.
Well, we never
took
found any potions in this. damn
40
place.
something.
yeah, we never we got 1 potion.
It's almost like I kind of deleted them because you don't need them.
Fucking yeah.
Honestly,
That's
Gramps
resources.
didn't get like crazy good berries until what was level 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 maybe when you started, when you took, when
I think
did
it was
you
like
dip into
6.
I think it
cleric?
was 6. I think at my
Yeah, I think it
6th
might have
level
been
was
6.
a life cleric tip. I wanted 3rd level spells.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then I
real
went-
talk, potions, healing potions are kind of shitty anyway. I mean, they're just not the greatest. They
Yeah.
take an action, they heal shit, and
You typically get
Like-
like a D4 plus 1 or something.
Yeah.
they
Like,
taste
you
like
have to
they
roll.
taste like Robitussin.
Yeah. Plus,
Uh,
Gramps
like,
is the
it's-
healer, so we don't need
The
him.
worst part,
Right.
like the worst part, is just like you have to roll for it.
Yeah.
And, like you could not get, you can get like maximum of 4 hit points,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimum you can roll.
or like or minimum.
4.
Yeah, you can end up getting like only 4 hit points.
Alright. So Zuleika's clawing at the door, Rubek's hammering at the door, and Rubek, at one point, as you go to swing the hammer, you're expecting to find roughly the same resistance you did the last swing, and then as you hit it, the door just crashes open, and you see the bar that was previously bracing it slide across the floor.
Can
You
I
could
add
have
a,
taken care of that. You're right, Gramps. That whole idea about going on the other side would have been a lot easier.
I'd say I'm busy eating through a mouthful of good berries.
Okay,
Can I try the front door out of curiosity?
It is unlocked.
Oh, okay.
Stark,
Just
turn
gonna
your
swing
ass
those up.
around.
Just gonna swing those wide open and then.
I
go
cured
into
your
group.
frightened.
I'm just opening the doors.
We
So-
picked up some steaks while we were in town, right?
Yeah.
We made a-
We did
yes.
determine we were gonna make some. Ian said that it was easy enough to make that we all
Yeah.
could have a couple. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a bar of wood sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna make steaks in the middle of Ravenloft's door?
I was just debating if we wanted to like use a steak as a doorstop to keep this thing from swinging shut again.
Someone might have a python. Someone with a thieves.
Yeah, I
thieves-
got
the
pythons.
Thieves kit.
Yeah.
So
I got 10 of
cobwebs
them.
stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of this great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches in iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed across the hall. To your left, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones.
And we hear the organ to the south?
Yep, which is to the right. I replaced all of the direction words with relative direction words except the last one, because I was thinking about other things, and I do that sometimes when I'm doing real loud text.
And
So
what
it's-
you said, organ? Would I know that if that's the way to the dining room? Where
Yes.
You said that the
Yes.
So we're going
yeah,
across,
so
right?
you would know that the dining room is through this door.
but we don't care about that. We're just going straight through.
Yeah, we're going. We need to get to the chapel or the where you said the
Stairs. To go
stairs
down.
were.
I'm
So
gonna
we'll start heading that way.
I'm gonna bow in front of the Deva and say,
Thank you, great and holy Fessler, for joining us once again in battle.
and then
He nods ominously towards you, and you hear a voice in your head that takes you off guard. No problem.
I'm just like imagining
Just
like
snark.
a
Just
like a
snark.
teenage boy,
Yeah,
like
He-
I'm like a teenage boy going through puberty.
it cracks a
No
little.
problem.
yeah, no problem, man.
So you guys are headed straight through.
Right through.
Alright, I'm gonna grab your tokens.
Guys, come on! You're all sitting here lagging. Let's go.
Yeah.
After
So as you guys start to cross the hall, I think you guys might know what's coming already.
Maybe some gargoyles.
Maybe some gargoyles. No, actually. So the door at the south end of the hallway opens this time, and Strahd walks out. And at the same time, you hear boots coming down the stairs, and Strahd walks down the
God,
stairs.
fuck.
And they both say, it's hard to tell. You can see their mouths moving, but it's hard to tell where the sound's actually coming from. They both say, please stop breaking my toys. And the gargoyles crack and start to move. Roll initiative.
Son of a fuck.
stop sending him after us.
So I'm gonna... I actually don't need to remove anyone from
I
initiative.
did it again.
Don't forget to clear it. Oh, actually, no. It doesn't matter. It'll
Yeah,
just
we're
replace.
on the same. Yeah, we're on the same scene, so it's fine.
I did better this time.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Same.
So much better.
so-
I did 3 better.
I did one better.
Hey, I did worse.
That's still better, Jordan.
It's fine. It's good for me to go not at the
You got
beginning.
freaking 2. You got
And now it's time for everyone's favorite fire dragon millipede, ready to burp fire all over the party, says Mike.
Oh no.
Mmm.
Oh no.
What are you knowing?
We got a
summon
channel
the
point
fire
redemption
millipede.
from Mike. I
Oh,
believe that's
it's
the
boy.
Raz.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
remember
what
Haz?
Fire Dragon Millipede. That's okay. I wasn't sure what you guys were saying. I was like, I thought you were saying like the gargoyles were happening, but yeah, we've got a Fire Dragon Millipede, which is
I thought
for those of you who don't know, a Remoraz.
I thought
that's
Bailiff
what I
was
was
just like
afraid of.
saying like, oh, it's gonna come eventually.
No,
But
No.
no, then I look in chat.
it's the now. Thanks, Mike. Now I get another stat
I'm
block.
not even gonna fake say thank you. I'm just not.
Yeah.
It's not bits, so we don't have to be thankful.
Curse you.
Let me. Oh, upload the Remoraz token. I even knew it was coming, so I should have uploaded
And
a token in preparation.
It's Mike. It's not a viewer. It's Mike. So Mike has
Right.
experienced this himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Got
We
it.
put Mike through torture.
Yeah.
Mike lived through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage finale.
Yes, he did.
Well, lived through it.
Well, now I need to consult my spell list again because I had an idea. But
Remorazes are huge.
But contact with the enemy.
we can call Mike the enemy because I'm about it.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm rolling crap for initiative.
Thank you.
I have
Completely without
stats.
context, the party curses Mike
Okay.
very loudly.
Are we still hasted or
we-
no?
I don't know. Did you spend a minute in there? You
I
did
spent
spend
a
a
minute.
You did spend a good while eating good berries. Did
We
anyone?
ate 3
I
good
ate
berries, and then I
5.
probably had to hit the door a few times. So I
Yeah.
would probably say that if we had it, it's like a turn. Well, then we walked through here, so I'd probably say no. If
Yeah.
I were the DM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like it to still be up because then I'd have Shadow Blade still up, but and my Sanctuary, but
Yeah. If it weren't for the several good
The
berries
door.
and then hitting the door.
Well, and I'm sure Strahd made a very drawn-out, dramatic entrance with his speech, so that probably
Yeah.
paid off the rest of the minute.
Yeah, definitely. At some point during that minute, you guys are just like, "Oh God, I'm so tired." As Hayes
Why is he
says.
still talking?
Yeah.
we just shut up and fight.
You're gonna send things at us. We get it.
Do I have all of the initiatives in? I feel like I'm missing something. I didn't re-roll for the
gargoyles.
Deva.
Do you have the Remoraz?
I do have the Remoraz. I didn't re-roll for the Deva, so let me do that real
yeah.
quick. Oh, cool. He goes first.
Yay!
So let's resort. All right, so the Deva goes first. The Deva whose name is canonically Fessler. And
Do we
he's
want
just...
to roll off for myself and the Remoraz?
Yes, we would like to roll off if you guys have the same number. I got a 19.
I got a 17. That's the best roll I've had all day.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter.
Oof. So that's the Remoraz.
There's still plenty more
that's
day,
the
Jordan.
Deva.
Come
All
on.
right, so the Deva is just gonna fly right up here to Strahd.
Rod A, we'll call him.
Sure. And he's gonna swing it in place. And what in the fuck is with these dice? So that's a critical hit and a critical miss. So that's gonna be how many bludgeons? 7 bludgeons and 17.
He puts all of it into the
32,
first swing, and it just like
38.
throws him around, so he misses for the second one.
So that's 7 bludgeoning and 48 radiant.
Whoa!
Mwah.
God damn. And just cracks him across the face. And literally just shatters his cheekbone. And kind of burns
Does this one
it.
go poof?
It does not.
Oh no.
Hey guys, we should all go into the center.
Rebecca, it's your turn.
I have an idea. Not a great one, but an idea.
No, if it's not a great one, I ain't listening to it. I'm gonna hit these couple.
Fuck you.
So they are still
it'll
up,
deal with most of them,
They are
just
still
not
up
the
by the
Remoraz.
ceiling. 20 feet up.
Beautiful
20 feet
flip
up?
queen.
Yeah.
Lot redeemed a Trito.
Have we got a treat
Is
over
it an
that,
action
please?
or a bonus action for me to switch forms?
Action.
Action.
Oh no, this bag of Tritos is empty. Good thing I have another bag of Tritos.
More Tritos.
Samus, we got a Trito.
She's coming.
She's coming. Oh, Samus, we got turkey jerky. You want some turkey? Hello, baby dog. You come up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Take a bite. Bite it. Yeah. That's a good girl. So what are you doing, Rebecca?
Strahd A seems like he's being taken care of. Rubik's probably gonna, since these things are so high in the air, he's gonna run down to Strahd B.
Okay. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit so we can get Strahd A and Strahd B in the shot. One more. There we go.
And recklessly attack him twice.
Ooh, okay. And now that you're down there, you can see into this hallway, which is a spiral staircase.
So that's a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
So that'll be 15 bludgeoning. He's undead, isn't he?
He is undead.
A total of 10 radiant.
Okay. Oh, God. This freaking took-
And then again.
Okay. Oh, yeah, since he's undead, you can actually just use the total.
Oh, but I didn't rage it, so I had to add the 4. That's not on there.
Okay.
So 26.
26
I
hits?
will be right back.
So
Okay.
that'll be 23 total damage.
All right.
If you need it separated, let me know, but I don't believe you do.
Nope, I just need to know that you have done radiant damage.
Yep.
So yeah, you where are you hitting him?
First, or probably just right in the core.
Center mass. All right.
Yeah.
So you're just swinging recklessly, and you cave in an entire section of his chest. You've shattered several ribs, and he just smiles at you.
I smile back.
Anything else?
See, I ran over there. I added rage damage onto that, but I forgot to actually like declare rage and all that. So I can subtract that if you want, but I can also zap him with lightning right now, saying I ran over there and then raged
Sure.
at him.
It's gonna be a 20 on the save.
That'll save, so that'll be half of 5 lightning
Okay.
damage.
So he takes 2. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Lair action. Nothing overt happens. Inej,
Okay.
do you like that overt? Just a little addition of the overt descriptor.
No.
Okay.
I like you though. Strahd
I'm
scribbles
going
calmly.
to. Yeah, when in doubt. No. Go here and cast. Are they on the floor yet, or?
They are not. They're still up by the ceiling. They haven't taken a turn yet because they got a 2.
Okay. Then I'm going to go back to. I'll go here.
Okay.
How high up are they?
20 feet up.
20 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Are any of them damaged yet, or?
Nope. No one's even interacted with them.
Okay.
I mean, this is the 3rd turn of combat.
No, that's fair. Sacred Flame.
At whom?
Actually, hang on. Fuck it, I'll try it.
I'm hanging.
I'm gonna try to hide
Okay.
from this one, and then Sacred Flame.
Okay. All right.
Do I roll stealth?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So that'll give him disadvantage on his dex save,
Yep.
which will give him a whopping 2.
A fails. So he takes 11 radiant damage.
All right. Anything else?
And then I'll move there.
Okay. Done?
Yep.
All right. Elodie's gonna do what we call a pro gamer move and throw a fireball at the ceiling. It's going to hit all of the gargoyles and none of you.
That's a good idea.
Yo, epic gamer.
I should have done that.
I was really
Probably.
hoping that she did that.
She got a 360 no scope this shit?
18, 20, and that's a 31 for damage. So let's make some dex saves for these gargoyles.
Do you want to empower it?
Yeah, actually, I do. I'm
free?
gonna re-roll the 1, 2, 2, and keep the 6, 6, 6, 4, 4. And we're gonna get a 5, 3, 1. So that's gonna be 10, 26, 30, 35. 35 instead of. And I don't remember what her save DC is, but holy shit, they rolled well.
It's
First save
17.
DC is 17, so we got save, fail, 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 save. So 3 have saved. So it's save, fail, 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 save, and then 2 more. They both fail. Okay, so minus 35, minus 35, minus 17, minus 35. Oh my god, she did so much damage. Minus 35. Quick, what's 35 times 5 plus 17 times 3?
I don't arithmetic.
That's a lot of numbers.
35 times 5 is
35
175 plus
So
17 times 3 is
226.
226.
People were yelling numbers, or else I would have had it a little bit faster. I was almost there.
So yeah, you have casual 226 damage.
Quick and fireball.
Quicken. Fuck it. Quicken fireball. There goes her last 3rd level slot.
I mean, she has the pearl power.
Yeah, she did. Quicken fireball, and she can empower this one if she needs to, which it looks like. So I'm gonna re-roll the 1, 2, 2. I got 1, 3, 5 again. Isn't that exactly what happened last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck? 20, 34. So the ones that failed the first time don't get to roll again because they're just dead. And then the other 3 get to roll to save. Her DC was 17? Yeah, one of them makes it. So he only takes 17. The others take 34. So, oops, minus 34, not 14. So where there were 8 gargoyles, there is now a lot of rubble and 3 gargoyles that are, quite frankly, mostly rubble. And that's how you sorcerer.
Pro gamer moment. Pew, pew, pew,
Pew,
pew.
pew, pew. And that cost her 0 sorcery points.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
In case you were concerned that Meta Magic for All wasn't overpowered. And now it's the Strahds' turns.
Stranzes.
Do I wanna...
Just a friendly reminder, he gets advantage on me.
Yeah, I'm debating take 20ing, given the advantage. I'm still gonna take 20. I'm gonna take 20. The claw attack, which will give him 26 to hit. So instead of damaging, he will grapple. And then for the bite, I'll just roll with advantage.
Alright.
And that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. I was really afraid that missed because your speedrun, Rubek, had like 28.
28, yeah.
Yeah.
But he has the magic shield.
Yeah. So that's going to be 7 piercing and 7 necrotic, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 7.
Is that magical piercing?
It hilariously is not.
Alright, so 7 necrotic and...
Max HP reduced by 7.
So that took care of my temps, and then...
Oh, also, he starts his turn in fucking sunlight.
Alright, so here's a little weird thing. Oh yeah, and he starts his turn in sunlight.
And that hurts.
Here's a weird little thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you
So
still
I
lose
just
the
lost my
points.
temps with the necrotic damage. My max hit points goes down by 7, so that, am I technically at full hit points then?
If your maximum hit points are reduced below your current hit points, then yes, your current hit points goes down to match it.
Yeah, I did. That's what happened to me at Argynvost.
So the other Strahd is going to claw at the Deva and hit, and choose to grapple, and then bite at the Deva and critically miss. And the Deva just kind of like puts his mace in the way, and Strahd just bites the mace. Snurk, it is your turn. There's way less gargoyle than there was a moment ago.
Considerably.
Considerably less gargoyle. You also hear hundreds of footsteps from beyond this door.
Oh no.
Thanks, I hate it.
With a little scotch residual of that haste left over, I'm gonna trunks from DBZ and do that like flashing run thing
Okay.
on up to this boy. And I'm going to take my 3 attacks against him.
Okay.
I'm going to take 21 of these. Fuck it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to take 22 of them. Fuck it, because I have a gracious amount of them.
Okay.
So that would be a 30, and then a 30.
Well, okay, so roll damage
Mm-hmm.
for the first one.
A 9.
Okay.
The second one is a 14.
Alright, so you just slash him into pieces. And in the light of the hammer, he turns to ash.
Fist bump, Snort.
Fist bump. Why do I feel like that's not the real one?
That felt a little easy.
Yeah.
And then I guess I will not fucking. Can I aim at that guy from the floor?
From where you're at, no. Because there is a lip here. The hallway's only 15 feet tall, and then he's 5 feet up the wall from there.
Then I will just. Fucking, that felt a little tizzy touch.
You already
Take
moved.
20 for from Lady LeFay for Rubeck.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Lady LeFay.
I still have a 3rd attack that went to nothing. So I think this feels dumb to say. I think I'm just going to waste that 3rd attack and stay with Rubeck right where I'm at.
All right.
Because I can't hold that 3rd one, right? I have to hold my action, not an attack in the action.
Right. I'm gonna say that Elodie took the place of one of the gargoyles on her turn. One of the ones that got blown up. Because I forget to move her sometimes. Alright, so Dunsnert?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dunskies.
Alright, so the door on the east side of the room bursts the fuck open, revealing a massive, glowing blue millipede who surges into the room and starts biting people.
Super hate it.
I hate it.
I think it's just going to bite Zuleika because she's in the way. And I'm going to throw a cheer spell at it. Not that I really need to. I think he hits on like a 4? Never mind. He hits on like a... I already chewed through the cheer inspiration at it. It's fine. So that's going to be a 30 to hit. And I get to roll all of these dice for damage. That's fun.
Does it do magical damage?
No, but it does a bunch of fire damage. Unfortunately, my 6d10 piercing doesn't do jack shit to her. But my several fire do, and she is grappled, and while grappled in this way, she is restrained. So she loses her 8 temps and some hit points. And yeah, so it just surges over and just bites her. And now she's in its mouth. Gramps, what are you doing about this big millipede?
I am going to cast Command
On the millipede.
I think.
Do it.
Has no effect if it is undead. It doesn't understand your language. Ooh, it might not understand my language. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Wouldn't understand your language, but it would still understand like commands, wouldn't it? Like if you pointed at something.
It fails if it does not understand my language.
Oh,
The spell fails. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna fuck it. I want to get rid of some of these things, so I'm going to use my 1 sorcery point to twin Sacred Flame
Okay.
at the 2 gargoyles who look the worst.
Okay. Those would be the 2 to the north. So dex saves. It's a 15 and a 2.
DC 17, so they both.
Okay, cool. They're dead. You have more dice than they have hit points.
That's what I was hoping for. I killed 2 things. That'll bonus action. I'm going to hidden step.
Okay. It's
So I
your...
go invisible.
All right. Anything else?
I'm done.
All right, let's put some wobbles on you. Zuleika does not take kindly to being bitten and is going to bite the Remoraz with disadvantage because she is restrained. Still manages to hit. Wow, that's impressive. That's going to be 9. And then she's going to attack with her claws that miss terribly. She's attacking the Remoraz from essentially inside of its mouth. Oh my god, it has so many hit points. The one lone gargoyle who actually gets to take a turn is going to... I think it's going to flutter over to Elodie and attack her. And let's be real, it's probably going to... Oh, never mind, I got 21. So Elodie's going to cast Shield, and he'll miss. Shield appears in chat. So that's his turn. Oh, he's got Bite Claw. Alright, let's play.
Mike's asking about something hitting the Remoraz within 5 feet of it.
It did. She did hit the Remoraz while within 5 feet of it. That's a thing that happened. She takes fire damage. So she bites from inside of its mouth, and from the flesh that she just opened, a gout of fire just blasts her in the face. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. Dave is going to swing at Strahd A. Hit. Roll a bunch of damage. 14, 22. And swing again. And that's a miss. This dude is the king of hit-miss. No, he hit twice the first round he appeared. Alrighty. That's a woof. Rubek.
Oh, fuck. That changes things.
A little bit, yeah.
We will... Yeah, you might have been reading my mind there, Jordan.
Whatever do you mean?
So Rubik, first wanting to smash the big monster and then seeing it engulf Zuleika in fire, is going to dash.
Okay.
And he is going to take the perimeter, because mechanically in 5e it's the same. So he will, go like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But...
Yay, diagonals.
And since that's my action,
Yep.
I will just zap him with lightning.
Okay. Dex save is going to be a 19.
That will succeed. For half of 6, so 3.
Okay. He is barely hanging on. Done?
Done.
Alright, Inej.
Hey, so, is there any chance I know what this thing is?
Roll Arcana.
$17.
You actually don't. You don't know what this is.
Fuck.
It's a big angry fire millipede, apparently.
Okay. Alright. So... I probably wouldn't have seen, the fire damage that she took from hitting it, because she...
Oh, no, you would have. Yeah, no, she's in its mouth, but she's still, standing on the ground. It's just kind of biting at her.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, you just see fire. It's like, oh, that's a bad.
Someone has to hit it, so...
So I guess
Booming
it's
blade.
You. All right.
I mean, I'm the one who resisted it, so...
Yep.
With the spear. Yeah. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
So 25 piercing, and 12 thunder, so 37 points of damage.
All right. And as you swing at it, despite no, that is piercing. So as you pierce its flesh, you let out a gout of flame, and holy shit, 16 fire damage.
Cool, so my temps are gone.
Nice. Anything else?
Yeah. Disengage.
Okay.
I'm go over here.
All right. Done.
Yep.
Alrighty. It is Elodie's turn. And she has Shocking Grasp, so she's going to Shocking Grasp the gargoyle that's right next to her. That'll hit. Why am I rolling dice? Whatever, I'm already rolling dice. 12, 14. Let's empower that too. Cool. That's 18, which is just enough to kill it. And I think that's just about going to be her turn. Strahd A, as you've been calling him, starts his turn, takes radiant damage from the hammer, and turns to ash.
I was hoping that would be the case.
You did 20 damage by dashing. That's actually
It's super effective.
there's no more Strahds. Snark, it's your turn. So
I don't believe you, Ian.
okay.
Yeesh. God, what to fucking do? How big? Like, I know this thing is goddamn massive.
Yeah.
But would you say that it takes up all 20 square feet that it is in?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking of using acid splash, but I didn't want to potentially get somebody. I mean, it says I choose the targets. But...
Yeah. It is about 40 feet long, and it's kind of coiled in on itself.
Got it. You says it's burning shit, so chances of it being resistant to acid damage seem low. So I'm
You
going
would think
to
that, right?
30 feet. I got a range of 60 feet on this. So yeah, I'm going to use an acid splash on that bastard.
Okay. Dex
So
save?
it's a dex save for 17.
That's going to be a 16.
Hey, yeah. So that's 3d6.
Yep.
Oh, really? Wow, 6. Cool, 6. I could have
Okay.
done more than that with my goddamn bow.
Oof.
Cool. Okay.
All right. He takes 6 acid damage.
And that's all cool. That was dumb. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
I guess I'll scooch up a little closer. Yeah, because Strahd is now gone. So yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay. I can actually zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's good. All right. So it's the Remoraz's turn, and he's going to use a swallow attack on Zuleika. Hilariously, I rolled so she's restrained, which means I have advantage, and I rolled a 1 and a 3, and it still hits her. Wow, her AC is garbage. So he does 6d10 plus 7 piercing damage, which does nothing, because it's not magical. But he also does 12 fire, and she's swallowed. You guys are used to people being inside of other creatures, right? Right?
Rubik's getting scarred. Looking at Inej saying, Inej, should we kill this thing now that it's been swallowed, or should we just like not?
Oof.
I'm feeling a lot of sass from Andy today.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was from Rubik. That was
Still,
nothing to do
I'm
with
feeling a
Andy.
lot of sass.
Wow.
There's been a lot of sass from Rubik today.
And it's gonna move over. Oh no, you're invisible, and it's dumb. so it's not going to go for Gramps. It's going to go
He's
for...
a sass barbarian.
Yeah, it's gonna go for a Inej.
Alright.
We're gonna cheers though.
Okay.
Get some advantage on this shit. It's a 25 to
Alright.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And I don't get to do piercing damage to you too, right?
Right.
Love it. So that's just gonna be 10 fire damage.
So 5, and I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Neat.
So 2 damage.
So 2. You're also grappled and restrained.
Cool.
Gramps, it's your turn. At the start of your turn, you no longer are invisible. Correct?
I'm double checking if it's the start or the end.
Okay.
It is until the start, so at the start of my turn, I'm no longer invisible.
Okay.
So I'm going to move in such a way. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast this thing. All we've seen from this thing is fire. Fire, lots of fire, all the fire.
Lots of
everywhere.
fire. Yep.
I'm casting
Fuck, we're
Cone
the
of
Burninator.
Cold.
Cone of Cold, you said?
Cone of Cold.
Okay.
Does that hit me too, or?
Now you can just aim it up.
Okay.
So you just throw this massive blast of frigid air and snow and ice at it. And as the ice gets within inches of its skin, evaporates. It is immune to cold damage.
Cool.
Anything else? I'm so glad that happened.
I almost didn't do it too. I'm very close to.
I fucking love Ramarazes because it's like, oh, fire, fire, fire. Don't use fire. Use cold. Cold's good against fire. Fuck you, immune to cold.
Somebody needs to tell this thing to follow Pokemon rules.
Yeah. Fire Pokemon are actually resistant to ice.
I would be okay with
Should
resistant.
be resistant then.
Yeah. Well, fucking. I was gonna say Pokemon don't have immunity, but that's not true. Flying's immune
No,
to
I'm
ground.
done. That's my turn.
All right. Zuleika.
Disheartened and disappointed.
Zuleika at the start of her turn takes a bunch of acid damage from being digested. So it's gonna be 10, 15 acid damage. And I think she got enough of a mouthful of fire that she's smart enough not to bite it from the inside. She's gonna dodge for all it does. Does it have to take damage from the... Yeah, it's gonna take damage from the inside. Oh no. Dave's turn. He gonna fly over. He gonna hit it. What is with this Deva? 14? Yeah, he just misses both. It's a critical miss and a 14. Jesus.
Bro.
So, Rubek, it's your turn.
Trader for the Floof Queen from Joey.
Trio for the Floof Queen.
Thanks, Joey.
You know what,
Oh,
Trio?
Joey.
What's he getting?
She's just laying in the sun. She
Bring it
hears
to
it.
Mom.
She scrambles to her feet. I want that. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Rebecca? Yeah. Take a bite. You gotta bite it.
Hit it
There you go. Okay. That's a good girl.
recklessly.
Okay. Good girl. Yeah.
23.
That'll hit.
So that's going to be 14 bludgeoning, 1 radiant. Is this thing undead?
It is not.
Damn.
Alright. Okay. So.
And again.
First, you.
Oh, yeah.
You and the Deva and Gramps each take 9 fire damage as a gout of flame erupts from where you hit it.
I look, when that happens, I look at Gramps like, And I hit him again.
Okay.
18.
18 will hit.
No, excuse me, 20, but
20 definitely hits then.
14 bludgeoning and fucking radiant. Just hammer, just kick
Always
in and
one.
start to do
Yeah.
the damage. So,
So that's 15 total?
yeah.
Alright. Okay. And then the three of you take another 9 fire damage. Man, I'm rolling real low on this fire damage. It's fucking 3d6. It's crap.
Hate that for you.
Anything else, Rubik?
I'll zap it.
Okay. Dex save. Does a 2 save.
Let me check my CC real quick. Hold on. No. And that'll be... Ooh, nice. 11.
Whoa! It's immune to lightning damage. I'm just kidding.
Fuck.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Alright. Inej.
What would it take for me to try to escape?
An escape attempt, which is an action. So
would that be
athletics or
athletics or-
acrobatics.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. What you spending?
Trying to decide. I'm gonna use a take 20.
Okay. What's that get you?
25.
Alright, you escape.
All right. Okay. And disengage.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, that's all I could do.
Alrighty. Elodie is going to cast Blindness, Deafness, choosing Blindness.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that too.
So we're gonna cheer Inspiration the save, and that's a 21. So he saves. He is not blinded. Damn. And I hit the cast button, right? Okay. That's gonna be her turn. Snart.
No, I think there's a setting where you can like turn off like the fact that it like puts up the spell.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find that. Snark, what you doing?
I'm gonna take 3. Oh fuck.
3 swipes at it?
No, I was gonna keep in the distance and take 3 shots at it, but it still like spurts out fire either way, doesn't it?
It seems to be spurting it in a local area and not everywhere around it.
Right, but like every time it is hit, it seems to be giving out this radial sort of spurt of
It
fire.
is not radial, is the point I'm trying to make.
It's like if
Oh.
you hit here, it would be like here and here it would hit. It would spurt.
Okay. I thought it was radially coming out of it.
No, it's
Good
from
to-
the point of impact.
Out of the wounds.
Okay, that changes everything then. And yeah, I'm gonna take 3 shots at it.
Thwip.
Yeah, thwip. I'm gonna Legolas this bastard. First shot. 16.
Miss.
Damn. 26
Hit.
and 20.
Hit.
Okay. So that's a 10 and 11. That's 21.
Alright.
And can I try Stank? DC 12.
You may certainly try. And I got a 21 and a 24.
Fiddlesticks. Okay.
That saves it twice over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Alright. This thing is bloodied, suddenly. Your first attack manage to knock off one of the chitinous plates, and the next 2 arrows found their mark, and you seem to have hit something vital, as there's now this just constant leak of fire coming out of it, just in that one spot, and it is incensed at you, Snurk, and it's going to take a whole bunch of opportunity attacks as it moves away from Gramps, Rubek, and the Deva.
Oh,
It's doing that thing like a gas tank where it's just going like.
Yep.
Cool.
Ian.
Yes.
When it moved to attack me, it triggered Booming Blade,
Oh, okay.
so 11 points of damage.
Alright.
Oop,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn one of these.
Oh boy. I'm going to roll for the Deva. Deva actually hits. Good job, Deva.
I'm burning an auto crit
Okay.
on my opportunity attack, so maybe just toggle on that.
Oh, it can actually roll an attack from me. What
Nope.
the hell?
Nah, we discussed this out of Avernus.
I forget.
And then it should automatically roll my brutal. Let me just double check that real quick.
It should, yeah, because the Beyond 20 does parse your class features, so it does know you
Yeah.
have that.
Make sure I actually click over features and traits to make sure it's parsed.
I missed.
And
Yeah,
roll.
12 will miss. Oh god, it's spam.
That's a lot.
All right, so let me just do a little math. It's not undead, so we got
Looks like there was 9 damage to undeads.
9 total. So
So 38, so 29 it looks like.
yep.
Alright. So you and the Deva take pot shots at it as it moves away from you. And as the 2 of you hit it, you let out gouts of flame. So that when the Deva hits it, it's actually just the Deva and Rubek for 13 fire.
Jesus.
And then when Rubek hits it, it's going to be the Deva, Rubek, and Gramps for 7 fire. And then it moves away over to Snurk. Does not end up provoking for Minej. Can't decide where I want it.
No.
We'll put it there. And I'm going to auto crit Snurk.
Oh no.
It would have been nice if we had a Grave Cleric.
Yeah.
Viv.
So I'm going to roll a buttload of dice. So, you know
Steph,
what?
can you bring Viv over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna just put it in chat.
Jordan, that it scared me. Was that just because of the auto crit, or is there something? Oh,
It's just because of the auto crit.
Yeah.
So that's 94 total damage against Snurk. Do you need me to separate the piercing and the fire?
No,
don't think it
because
matters
that
for
doesn't
him.
make a goddamn difference.
Okay. So
Are you still up?
Yeah, he is. You are grappled and restrained. Very upset about you bloodying it.
Poopy ass
Clearly.
takes.
Gramps, it's your turn.
I just took 94 damage and I'm still alive. That's
real talk. That would have
Wow.
dropped me. Oh no, it would have because I wouldn't have
Wow.
taken any of the piercing.
Yeah, you wouldn't have taken any of the piercing.
Hey,
Yeah, me neither.
I am a stronger boy than I used to be.
If I wasn't aware, that would have dropped me
Yeah.
from full.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't resist or be immune.
So Gramps, are you gonna do your thing and be the healer?
Yeah, we're gonna drop a unicorn.
Okay.
One Unicron coming in hot.
Actually, if you drop a
Or
bear,
Unicron.
if you dropped a bear, it would be easier for us to get out of the grapples.
This is true, but lots of us have taken damage, and Unicron is
Unicron?
Yep.
No, yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Help us, Orson Welles.
Do I have
You have
sight
control.
on
On Zuleika?
Snurk?
You do have sight on Snurk. He
I
has
assume
cover.
I don't
from-
have sight on Zuleika.
You do not. She is fully inside of this thing.
I'm just wrapped up in it.
You're in its mouth right now.
Oh, okay.
The question is, how bad is everyone?
I'm all right.
Not horrible.
A bunch of people are bloodied. Zuleika's... Well, you can't see Zuleika.
I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me.
Well, see, I have this fun spell scroll.
Is it Mass
Mass
Cure
healing
Wounds?
word.
It is Mass Cure Wounds.
Mass kill word.
That's way better than Mass Healing Word.
It is way better, and it's also an action.
But do you need to see the person in the stomach to cast it?
It would be
them?
creatures you can see within range, I'm assuming.
I
Yeah.
actually have that spell prepared, so I can tell you.
6 creatures.
Creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
It is
Oh.
not creatures
Choose
you
up to
can
6
see.
creatures in a 30.
It's not vision based. So
Hell yeah.
I'm
That's
going.
despite the fact that it's not vision based, it is still line of effect based, and there's no line of effect for Zuleika.
Okay. Does that affect my aura as well?
It does not, because that is not line of effect based. That permeates.
Oh, because she technically would have total cover.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I will then.
Yeah, she has total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the Remoraz.
Yeah, swallowing PCs is fun. I did it in
I
Tyranny
love
of
swallowing
Dragons a few weeks
PCs.
ago.
So I'm still gonna read the scroll,
Okay.
and we'll hit the Deva
Okay.
to make 6.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hit this
Yeah,
button
Elodie
here.
is missing hit points. Yeah.
That's very low.
That is...
So it's only 31 hit points to everybody.
Only 31?
Only
Jeez.
Only 31.
that is incidentally exactly how much Elodie was missing, so...
yeah, that's all I needed too. Thanks.
And Zuleika just gets 10, right?
I mean, had
I
I
feel like
had
it
I
just
not
gets
opportunity attack that thing, I'd be at full right now.
Can I even? I only get the 10
Okay.
because undead.
Ooh.
Dude.
Oh, and we get the. Did you?
He included the
I
unicorn.
added the
Oh,
unicorn.
you included it. Okay.
Yeah. So I only get the 10
Um,
from
alright.
Unicron.
Anything else, Gramps?
We're gonna back up a little bit behind our Rubeck meat shield,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Alrighty. Zuleika, at the start of her turn, she takes acid damage from being inside of a Remoraz. This is gonna hurt her a lot more than it hurts me. 11, 13, 17, 20, 22. She has 1 hit point remaining.
Perfect.
Good thing you healed her.
Yeah.
David's turn. He's figuring things out. He knows how this fire works. He hits it. 3, 13, 15. Okay. First one does not kill it, which means he takes some fire damage from that. So he takes 10 fire damage. Oh, but you just healed him for 31, and I didn't put that in, so plus 21. And then, once again, he misses his second attack. I do not understand what's with this guy. So that is his turn. And, Rubeck, it's now your turn.
All right.
I'm happy with how this fight went.
I forgot about the 5 damage I would have taken for casting Mass Cure Wounds, so I
Oh,
only gained
yes.
5 from that.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm going to run over to here.
Okay. I will say this
Um,
thing is not looking good. Half of its legs are broken. And it's constantly leaking fire from at least 2 points on its body.
So I mean, just as I run around, would Rubik feel like it's a better idea to try to pull his friend out of its mouth, or that's what I'm debating on? Is like, do we have this thing quick enough to actually get it down before it swallows Snurk, or do I pull Snurk out of its mouth? That's kind of the debate he's going on right now. And you say it's not looking very good at all?
Not looking good at all.
Would I have 2 or 3 words?
Sure.
Kill the fucking thing!
That was 4 words.
Oh, okay. No fucking then.
Did you just change it from fucking to fucker? Kill the fucker?
Just kill the fucker.
Alright, I'll recklessly kill the fucker.
All right.
I still have force crits on shit.
You also just got cheer spoke from Joey
Oh, thank you.
for his Phasmo buddy.
Thanks, Joey.
Let me turn off those force criticals real quick. So that would be in a 21 to hit it
21 will hit.
for 8 plus 4, so 12 bludgeoning, 1 radiant.
Yep. So this thing has Snark in its mouth, which is to say that Snark is still standing on the ground, and this thing is in the process of trying to pick him up and swallow him. It's leaking fire from several parts of its body. Half of its legs are broken, which is like 50 legs. And how do you kill it?
So the hammer just the hammer actually pierces into the fucking thing. I aim for one of those places that we've already hit that's leaking fire, and I just kind of plug up that fire hole with it and watch it start to build pressure and build pressure.
So you just see a series of small explosions kind of burst the scales out, and Snurk, you see this massive gout of fire pouring up its throat, and everyone within 5 feet of it. Take 11, 15, 20, 24 fire damage as the rest of the fire in this thing's body vents rapidly.
You said 24?
Yep.
And then without any hesitation, I just grab Snark, pull him away from it.
Okay. Incidentally, that includes Zuleika, who is now thoroughly unconscious. But it dies, and she's still inside of it. In its stomach, in fact.
We need to rescue her.
So she's unconscious, which means we're still in initiative order, because there's people who could die. Anything else, Rebecca?
No.
Alright, Inej.
Okay.
This thing still has very tough skin. But it's laying there. Presumably all of its sphincters will have relaxed.
You said like the fire went out, right?
Yeah. No, it vented all of the fire. So all the parts of it that were red have now sort of cooled down to a dull off-white. And it's just laying on the ground. And Zuleika is not moving.
Alright, in the stomach, so I'm gonna crawl through.
You're just gonna crawl right into its mouth?
Yeah.
I never logged that cheer from Joey. Thank you, Joey.
So given the fact that all of the muscles in its throat have fully relaxed now that it's dead, it is fairly trivial for you to reach in and pull Zuleika out. But in the process, you get a good deal of stomach acid on you, and you take 18 acid damage.
Okay.
But you are able to pull Zuleika out of its gullet.
Alright. And,
She is still unconscious.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just
Yep.
trying to remember the turn order.
Yeah. Anything else?
Is Snurk still down, or?
Yeah, Snurk never went down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He never went down, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Yeah, the 94 piercing
yeah.
and fire and 24 fire wasn't enough to knock him down.
I didn't
Okay.
die twice.
I think the 24 fire was after a 31 heal.
That is
So-
true. That is true.
Alright,
Gramps has a turn before Zuleika.
yeah, I know.
If that makes
I'm
things
sorry.
easier.
I'm just trying to think about resources.
Okay.
Second level healing word.
Okay. All right. So with that, we can drop initiative order, and I can delete the Remoraz because no one's dying anymore.
So
I start.
8 hit
I
points.
pop a
for-
few good berries and I start giving Snurk good berries. I don't care that you have them. I'm just like, just eat this.
Start
eat this,
force
eat another
feeding
one,
him.
Eat another.
All right. So go ahead and heal up in the next minute or two. I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you guys do that.
I have my own good berry.
That's fine. Just eat. Here's another one. I'll give you a total of 5. I'll give you a total of 5 level 4s.
I'm
So
gonna-
it's 35 hit points.
Thank you.
Before anybody eats good berries, I am gonna cure wounds on Zuleika.
Okay.
Because that'll heal everybody another 10.
All right, so 10 more from you.
Do that. That's better.
And then Snurk, I'll give you 35 hit points with the good berries.
Yes, thank you.
Eat 5 level 1s. So I'm back to exactly full.
And that takes care of all of my 4th level Gramps' glorious good berries.
I still have all
Trademark.
10 of mine, so if you have to.
And I'll be right back too.
So how much does everyone have, berries wise?
Got 10 fifth left. I just ate one more myself.
Okay.
So that's 80 hit points worth that I can heal with good berries.
I have 5 ones, 6 second, and all 10 of my fourths still.
Okay. So everyone's looking all right.
And yeah,
With those.
I'm fairly healed at this point. Yeah.
I have
Because
been
I
asked.
still have.
I have been asked off camera if Cheerspiration can be granted to Zuleika, and the answer is yes.
I have been
Okay.
asked off camera.
Yeah.
I'm right here, dumbass.
Yeah.
I
By the-
did.
I mean, that is off camera.
That cure wounds in chat is for Zuleika.
Okay.
So that's 26 for level
Alright.
1 cure wounds.
Plus an
So-
additional.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, so
she's no
26,
longer she's no longer bloodied after the one
There's a
26
cheer
hit
spell
point.
for Zuleika.
That was fast.
So have we always been able to do that for?
I mean,
Companion
Jesse is the one that
PCs?
asked in chat about it.
Debatable. For permanent NPCs, I would say yes.
Okay.
For like
What?
the
For
Deva.
ally NPCs.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean specifically like Zuleika, Van Richten never joined us, like Esmeralda, you know, like characters like that. Would that have always
Yeah, I
been?
mean, if
kind of a
a
thing?
viewer wanted to give inspiration to an NPC, like I'm not gonna say no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good to know for
Go.
other campaigns.
It's just the weirdness is that like if you summon an elemental or something like that, you
course.
can't use your inspiration for the elemental.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
mostly just story characters. I guess I'll put it that way. Campaign characters.
Right.
Okay, good to know.
All right. So
I didn't want to
Zuleika's,
use my totem here, but Remoraz kind of forced that.
yeah, kind of tipped your hand a little bit. That thing did so many damage.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was also kind of a cool move, though. I gotta be honest. I hate to say it.
I don't have to say it. I'm not going to.
I wish I could something against Mike, but he's not any, so I can't get revenge.
Yeah, Mike being a goddamn campaign already.
Yeah, Mike. I've honestly
Mike.
been trying to get him to play for the last year that I haven't been playing with him, but he's not a fan of online. So
It's too bad. Suck it up, Mike.
Yeah, it's a pandemic. You butt.
Deal
Yeah.
with it.
I guess he'd rather just wait until we don't pandemic.
No.
Honestly, at that point, I think I might end up playing online anyway, because I know all of you weirdos who don't live near me.
Yeah.
So
It would just be like a Steph situation where you have somebody else in the house with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or like that times that Jesse was over.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
For our Turtles one shot that Andy ran,
yeah.
that you can still find on YouTube and in our VODs.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
E.
So, Gramps, the David would have gotten 10 hit points from that cure wounds as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So the David's still missing 25. Zuleika's missing 24. Ellie's full. How you guys looking?
Full.
How many good berries have been eaten?
Several. I went through
lots.
half of mine.
Jeez.
I mean, I did give some to Zuleika before, so
Yeah.
just me.
I will
6.
I will get through all of them. I promise.
I'm sure you will.
6 first level.
Ian, there's a thanks from Clever Tech in the chat.
Oh hi. Hey Santi. Santi, sorry. Thanks for being here. I didn't think anyone from Clever Tech actually watched.
I remember there was someone another time.
Yeah,
I think it was
actually,
him.
yeah. Donnie Crash was here a week ago. He said hi and then disappeared. Yeah.
So
what
debate on short rest or not.
I don't know that we're going to be allowed a short rest.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, not here, but like if we find an area.
If we find somewhere, sure, but I don't
Yeah.
know that we find somewhere. This is his castle.
Yeah.
He's going to know all of the hidey holes.
I'm probably gonna assume that he just knows where we are at all times in it, and say that.
Does someone have some good berries they can give to Zuleika so we can keep her alive?
Yeah, I'll give her
Yeah.
a couple of my second levels. How many does she need?
second
She's
levels
missing-
are 6 apiece? 5 apiece?
5.
5.
So she'd need 5 of them.
I'll give her 5.
Alright, she's full.
I'm doing
I'm
my
the
damnedest
healer.
to keep this bitch alive.
I mean, we could probably just like step outside and short rest, could we not?
While the whole place
No.
resets? Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess,
Um,
yeah.
Oh,
Gramps, you would know that these stairs right here go straight down to the dungeons.
Oh fuck, she wants the dungeon. We want the crypt. Those are places.
I want the dungeon too.
Fuck. Yeah, because you
Recall
want.
the dungeon.
Yeah, no,
was
you want her
where-
to have what she wants.
I want to have what I want.
Well, you know what I mean. You need.
It's
Which
just they
sort of
align.
aligns with what she wants.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but-
that staircase there, Gramps.
I think that's where I'm going to point everybody.
Okay.
So she needs the
I will be
dungeon.
forthright and say that this is to the dungeon that will lead us to a meal.
Were
Okay.
we supposed to
Hopefully.
bring Casimir as well? Didn't Casimir want to go to the crypt to get his sister's ashes?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm.
I guess you could
He
just
was waiting
bring her.
outside.
I guess you could just bring her body back to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, we'll just say like in the morning time, I sat down and had a conversation with them. And it's like, hey,
you're kind of
need
a
you
liability.
yeah, your liability. The Goliaths need you here as their leader. We'll take care of it.
Real talk, he's very much a liability. You remember what happened at the Ember Temple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He took one chain lightning and then ran the fuck away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I mean,
Cool.
to be
So
fair, we
what
all
was the-
wanted to.
What was the place? Which was the place that if you touch all the door is?
that was the
Was
crypt.
that the dungeon or the crypt?
That was
Crypt.
the crypt.
Okay.
So turn that on, off. Make sure we have Fog of War enabled. Save. And then we can place y'all's tokens. Okay. And I don't know exactly how. Alright. I'm going to move you over to this screen. Assuming you guys are actually going downstairs, yeah?
I'd
Also-
say yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, the
Unless he
music's
is
back.
my token and black.
Yep, I'm working on it.
Okay, just making sure.
Same. Or no, I see mine at Elodie's.
And I'll just drag you over to here. And I've got some, and you can see that this, yeah, I'll do it that way.
My music had been off for the last like 30 minutes for some weird reason.
that had been on. Just it was in the background. Quiet.
No, mine went out.
No, I think he said his specifically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Roll 20 does
Do you
that.
mute your tab or?
No, Roll20 just fucked up.
There have been times like with the real voice lines that like one person hasn't heard it. And it
Yeah.
happened to Jordan once. It happened to me once. It happened to Amber once.
I heard one that I shouldn't have heard, so I did this.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's
Like
interesting.
the last one, I didn't even hear it, so everyone was hearing it. I'm just like,
So you head down these spiral stairs, and the stairs descend 80 feet, a full 4 rotations. And when you finally get to the bottom, the stairs descend into black, still water that fills an arched hallway before you. The water's surface is like dark, mirrored glass, disturbed only by the occasional of a drop falling from the ceiling. 20 feet ahead, arched doorways lead downward from each side of the hallway. You hear a weak cry for help beyond the south door. Zuleika seems to recognize the voice and surges forward
how
and
deep is the water?
disappears.
Oh wow. Like disappears around the corner, or just disappears like?
She steps foot right here and just disappears in a flash.
Um.
Oh no.
Well, that didn't look good, guys. So here's what I'm thinking. What if one of us flies over the water to check on the door we're hearing stuff from?
I recognize the voice too, don't I? If she recognizes it.
You would recognize it, yeah. You would recognize it as Emil.
And so would Elodie, maybe?
Yep.
I mean, I can fly over there and still smash on the door while flying,
Did it
try to open it up, or
seem
something.
like it happened as she hit the water, or as she just got a certain distance away from us, she just kind of woofed?
Seemed to happen as she put her foot down.
Shawnee,
I mean, and as you can fly too, and you're probably better at
Yeah, that's what I was
locks,
just saying.
like
That's literally what I just said, but I was muted.
Oops.
so
After
I can break it, you can open it.
after about 30 seconds, you hear from the door to your right what sounds like the clatter of coins. Or maybe a rattling chain. Definitely metal on metal. It seems to be
One
coming
door.
from behind the door to your right.
Okay.
Maybe one door and then
This
the
one.
other.
Are they like? Well, we can't see, but
Yeah, you can't see the doors. From
And
there.
Emil was
Um,
coming from the left door or down the hall?
the left door.
The left door.
Okay.
okay.
And then,
Hybrid form.
Same.
alright. Hybrid form, fly above the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll probably hover here at the crossroads while Inej does the doors.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna look at the crossroads too, just to get a look at what the doors are like.
Okay.
We determined that I can climb on walls fairly quickly, but I don't have like spider climbing, right?
Oh, I'm misremembered, and in fact, Zuleika didn't just disappear in a flash. She actually seems to have fallen through the water, and then there was a flash beneath the water.
That's different.
That is different.
even worse.
I will look above. I'll look from above where she fell
Yeah.
and see if there's like a hole
The
or
water
something.
is opaque.
Okay. Let me look. No, I don't have light.
Hmm.
I have the hammer.
Well, I mean, I was gonna like drop something with light on it.
Hmm.
I'm not dropping the hammer.
That's why I didn't say that.
Elodie does have the light cantrip.
Okay. give her a ball bearing.
Okay. Cast light on it.
Finally using them.
Yeah.
I have
so you-
998 left.
So you drop it where it appeared that Zuleika fell.
Yeah.
All right. So as you drop it, it falls into the water and very nearly goes completely black as soon as it breaks the surface. The water is just that opaque. But you can see it fall for about 8 feet, and then a flash, and it disappears.
Can I shape water to freeze the water as I'm walking on it?
Ooh.
Sure.
And then when I get to the point where she would have fallen, kind of try and move it. Does that anything I can do with shape water? What does that spell do?
Yeah, you can move shape. You can move water with shape water.
Instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow. Yeah, can I try and move the water out of the way
Sure.
where she fell?
So you push the water out of the way, and it appears that the water is 3 feet deep, and at the floor level where she fell, there is an open trapdoor that descends further into the floor. And as you push more water out of this hole, you see that it just ends. It's a 6 foot deep pit.
Drop another ball bearing.
As it touches the floor, flash, and it disappears.
The floor is
You
6
said you
feet
need
deep.
her, right?
Say it again, Sean.
Snurk can go.
You said it's 6 feet deep.
It is 6 feet deep. Yes, the pit.
But yeah, sorry, I said that. Does it hit the floor that's 6 feet below and then vanishes?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. And then shortly thereafter, you hear "Ow!" in Zuleika's voice from the north door.
Oh.
So I'll
I
let the
see.
water rush back in and fill the hole.
Okay. So Rubek and Inej, at the intersection, you can see that these doors are heavy iron doors with barred windows in them. Very clearly dungeon doors.
The barred windows are above the water level.
Yes. Just barely? Yeah, so the stairs descend. How far do the stairs go down? Because the water is 3 feet high where you're standing, and then there's stairs that actually go down.
It looks like there's like 2 steps, so maybe 5 feet.
2 feet. They descend 2 feet, the stairs. So
So 5 feet deep at the
yes,
door.
yeah, 5 feet deep at the door. So the barred window is just barely above the water, which would mean that the dungeon beyond may very well be flooded. And in fact, if you look through the barred window, it is in fact flooded.
But is she? Can I see Zuleika in there?
So I will reveal what you can see through the windy. So through the window, you can see a series of cells, and they're barred doors. Up here, you can see someone appears to be hurling coins at the bars, like hurling coins through their bars at the bars across from them. Making
real quick, I'm gonna
quite an infernal racket.
Real quick, I want to do the same thing with Audi again, light the ball bearing, and I'm gonna drop it like in the middle at the intersection.
Okay, right here, or like
Yeah.
right dead center.
Anywhere.
Okay. So
I
it
can
lands.
see a name bar, just so you know, Ian.
Yeah, it's
right
fine.
here.
It's
just wanna make sure you know.
it's pretty clear that that's her.
Yeah, it's
I figured. I just,
Yeah.
for the sake of disclosure.
Yeah, it's fine. There, it's it. So you drop a lit ball bearing in the middle of the intersection, and it sits 3 feet below the surface of the water. You can see it glowing dimly.
Okay, so we can walk around here.
Maybe.
I'm gonna keep doing the same thing, walking on frozen
Okay.
sections of.
The Deva hovers behind you. Elodie hovers. I think it's literally just Snark who can't. Actually, you can climb, can't you? You can climb walls. You have a climb speed.
No.
You just muted yourself.
That's what I was asking earlier. Is we determined that I can climb up walls very well, but I can't like boots of spider climbing stick to the walls, right?
Do you have a climb speed?
Do you have a climb speed?
Yes.
Then yes, you can stick to walls. You just can't stick to ceilings.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, I will kind of scurry across the right wall, I guess,
All right.
to catch up with Gramps.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I think now we should probably get Zuleika first before we go to a meal.
Okay.
Okay.
I will try to pick,
All right. So I.
unless it's not locked.
So the door is not locked, but it is submerged in 5 feet of water. And it is very difficult to move.
I'll push it forward.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Guidance.
It's DPCU.
Es muy difícil.
See,
17. What's guidance give me? Plus what?
D4.
Guidance gets you there. So you're able to push the door in.
Like, you got this.
No, you gotta push as far from the hinge as possible to get the
Yeah,
best
you got the
lever
torque.
action.
You got to get that torque action going.
So you managed to get it open, and you. I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal the entire room, because it's. Is that? Hang on. I just revealed one square by accident. Okay. Just making sure they didn't put things in the wrong layer for no reason. So I'll just reveal the entire room, and then read some read aloud text. So a mold-covered ceiling hangs 3 feet above the still black water that fills this dungeon corridor. The water is 5 feet deep. 10-foot square cells, their entrances blocked by iron bars, line both sides of the hall. One of the cells is dimly lit. And I will real quick figure out which of those that is, because it doesn't tell me.
Is it where this little smudge mark is right here? Or is it the one she's in? 'Cause there's like a little light, like there's a different mark right here on the map.
Real talk? I don't even. What is that? What is that? That is 74H. Yeah, that is dimly lit. Yeah.
So that whatever, so something's.
Something seems to be glowing from underneath the water. Very similarly to the ball bearings that you've just dropped.
But the map couldn't have known that we would have dropped those there.
Unless Ian's just that good. I'll check it
Fly
out.
forward.
Yeah, and so are you staying above the water? Because there's only 3 feet above the water.
Probably wouldn't be able to create the lift I would need to do that.
think
So
so.
no, I mean I can just stand. I'm still 3 feet above the water levels anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, your head is scraping the ceiling.
yeah. So yeah, no, I'll launch myself in there as much as I can, then just like land and then turn back into Rubik.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Coming back into Rubeck outside of her line of sight.
Yeah, I'll turn like about halfway. And then,
Yeah, I'll turn back into an edge.
Okay. So as she hears you open the door, she calls out to you, and as you get to her cell, she stops scooping coins from underneath the water. What the hell just happened?
you went.
She seems to be standing like tippy toe on coins to be above the water because she's only 5'4".
Oh, wow. No, you just disappeared in. There was a flash, and then now you're here. Like, how'd you get in here?
I fell into water, and then when I stood up, I was somewhere different.
So, do you want me to?
Could you?
Yeah.
Ask her why we're here.
Well, we know why we're. Hasn't Gramps told us that we're here for?
Ask her why we're here.
Why are we here? I don't know. We're here to rescue her, though.
I don't know. I'm getting mad doppelganger vibes off this.
I don't know what one of those are. I'll break the. What's the mechanism there?
So there is an iron lock in the door, but it's beneath the water.
Does it seem like it would be very hard to twist and pull off or break?
Probably. Yeah.
Would it be easier to like pick it as opposed to like smashing it?
Probably, yeah.
Guessing?
Given that it's
Okay.
underwater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ash,
Picking a
we're
lock.
staring at the lights.
Yeah, picking a lock doesn't get much more difficult underwater, but breaking something underwater is a lot harder.
Like, is the
So,
unlocked or?
Just out of curiosity, if I have the hammer lit and put it under the water, what happens?
It glows through the water.
Does it create like a sizzle or anything like that, or just?
It's not a hot radiance. It's just a radiant
just curious.
radiance. See, all of the doors that are depicted as closed are locked.
Okay.
I guess I can pan that.
How long were Zulika and Rubik talking for?
A minute.
Like a minute?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll come over then.
Okay.
In that time, could I start working my way towards the south?
Sure.
Do
Yeah.
the thing.
You gonna try and force the door open?
Ooh.
I will guidance myself and then try to force the door open.
Okay.
I'm gonna guidance myself actually.
Okay. I'll just stop you there. Guidance isn't gonna save that too. Definitely not when you roll a 1. So you spend a minute trying to pick this lock, and it is apparently much more difficult to pick things underwater than you thought. And Gramps simultaneously is trying to shove this other door open. Get that guidance.
I don't think that quite does it.
Guidance didn't get you there.
So, with where Inej is struggling, if I get a hand axe, kind of wedge it in between, and then put my hand as far up the thing to get the moment of inertia as far away from the lock as possible, and then try to almost use it like a crowbar.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage since you're using a simple tool.
Guidance.
Simple machine. That's the word. That's the phrase.
Damn.
Ooh.
That was a
Woof.
great game.
Well, it's funny. It actually, like, since I have the dice on the screen, it was like on 19, and then teetered back over to 1.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, this door is solid. Like, I don't know if you can see this on the map, but the iron bars are a foot
Yeah,
thick.
thick.
yeah.
They're probably
How does the
rusted
wall-
to shit.
How does the wall next to it look?
Covered in mold. And made of stone. You would surmise about a foot thick. Does Rubek smash? Also, oh god, there's read aloud text for each cell. Oh lordy. Okay, so I'm gonna so this cell, the one that you're in, Rubek. The rusted door to this cell hangs open slightly. The next one to the south of that, clinging to the bars of this otherwise empty cell, is the rotting corpse of a male half-elf dressed in leather armor. This cell appears to be completely empty. Starting from the top on the right, that 3 cells. The top right 3 cells appear to be empty, and then the bottom right cell A glowing blade can be seen beneath the water near the back of this cell.
Hmm.
Hmm?
That's what that little light thing is right down
Yeah.
there. All right. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna give the stone a couple hits with the hammer
Okay.
to see how easily it seems to crumble or not crumble.
Yeah, so the cool thing about hitting the wall with your hammer is that even if you don't break it in one hit, you actually make progress anyway. Whereas if you're trying to bend the lock, if you fail, you fail. So it looks like it'll probably take you a minute or two to break this wall, but it'll probably make an unholy racket in that time.
I mean, they already know we're here.
Yeah.
So I'll hit it once, and when I hear the echo, I kind of look out the hallway, look at Inej, look at the party.
And Snurk and Elodie, you
And I
hear
continue.
moaning coming from the west.
Like down the hallway.
Yep. So Rubek, over the course of a minute or two, you smash the wall open. And no sooner is it open wide enough for Zuleika to get through than she crawls through it. And by crawls through, I mean she kind of wades through, because she's not tall. She's not 8 feet tall like Rubek. So yeah, she makes her way immediately out of the cell, gets out into the hallway.
I'll tell her as she's going out. Yeah, your friend is down. I mean, he's working on getting your friend right now.
I have the cool sword that I don't know about.
But as she leaves,
Mhm.
I want to turn into a raven
Okay.
because it seems like there's a good gap between some of these bars.
Yeah,
Would I be able to slip through
I'll allow it.
as a raven?
I don't see why a tiny creature couldn't fit through.
And I'll check out this sword.
Okay. So you pick up the sword, and you find that it is a. Wow. Okay. So it is a glowing short sword, and as you pick it up, you feel a wash of fear emanating from it.
From it, not through me.
From it.
I'll kind of like show it to Inej, like,
What is it?
it's a sword. It's scared.
What does it look like?
It is a short sword. So it is, for lack of a less cliche comparison, it looks like Sting. So vaguely leaf-shaped blade, glowing slightly blue. Kind of swirly designs on the hilt.
Birdie.
Could I have kept trying to open
Yeah,
this
you could
door?
absolutely have kept trying, and over the course of a minute or two,
Can
I'm assuming you'd roll high enough at some point.
I was gonna ask, can I at some point kind of running kick help him out with this door?
Sure. So at some point, the two of you would have gotten it open. So let's get this open. And Zuleika rushes as fast as her admittedly short legs can carry her. She makes her way up the stairs and down the other stairs. And as soon as you get the door open, she just surges into the room, yelling for Emil, and finds him at the end of the hall. And they embrace as well as they can through the bars of the cell, and she calls to the group, "Come on, let's get him out."
Yeah. I was gonna say Snark was going to, like, once the door was open, whistle towards Inej and Rubek and Elodie and Great Fessler the Deva, and just kind of
Oh, thank you,
We
Schneiderwave.
got 600 bits from Schneiderwave.
Schneidlweave.
Thanks for the bits. And that's a
Thanks,
cheers spell
buddy.
for everybody. Thanks. So this room also has a description per cell. But first, I'll read the room description. A mold-covered ceiling hangs 3 feet above the still black water that fills this dungeon corridor. The water is 5 feet deep. 10-foot square cells, their entrance is blocked by iron bars line both sides of the hall. From one of the cells, you hear a gruff voice ask, "Who's there?" And obviously that was Emil. So as you see him, you see a strong young man clutching the bars of his cell while struggling to keep his teeth from chattering. His clothes are shredded and he is soaked from head to toe. Which, I mean, yeah, he's literally submerged for the bottom 5 feet of him.
I want to come up behind her.
Okay.
Kind of. I want to look to see if there's any recognition in his face as I appear.
So he has his face buried in her shoulder as best he can. As best she can get her shoulder to the bars and as best he can get his head through them. So he doesn't see you at first. But as soon as he lifts his head up, his eyes go wide. And he backs away from the bars. Which is a laborious process given the 5 feet of water.
And so I'm going to say angrily, "You'll tell me how to fix it or you'll rot here."
Zuleika, you brought them here? You brought them here for this? And she seemed pretty confused.
I've had my conversation with her. She has no memory of before. My only hope was that you still remembered and you could right this wrong.
I remember. I did as I was told. And I expected a hero's welcome. But instead this.
As you were told?
By Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Some plot to expand his domain. I don't know the details. I just did as I was told. He gave me a device. Told me how to use it.
I don't know the right course of action here. This is Jordan, not Gramps.
I can tell you what the device looks like. Something about stealing planar energies.
I'm gonna call for Inej because she's probably more adept at this than I am.
Snark has been trying to, like, in response to the moaning noise, usher everybody into this other room of cells anyways.
Okay.
So I Anej, what kind of weapons do you generally use? You more rapier or are you short sword?
Either or. Like, I can use a lot of weapons.
So as I'm showing you this, and we can hear ourselves being called into there, I'd probably flip it around, hold blade end, hand it to you.
Okay.
I don't do sharp things here.
Okay.
And then I'll turn back into a raven just to fly through. And as we're being called in, start heading. I'll kind of hang here.
Okay. guessing Elodie's with Gramps. Dave is still hovering. Snirk, are you staying out there? Clinging to a wall?
Yeah. I mean, if I see Rubek standing, I'll stand next to him.
Okay.
Soak up some water, anyways.
Rubek, as you stand exactly there.
Oh God.
Son of a bitch.
Go ahead and make a dex save versus Pit Trap. You don't see it, so no
Fuck.
advantage.
I use a cheer to get that back.
Okay.
6, and then advantage. Yeah, that was good. 13.
That'll fail. So Snark, you see Rubek fall into the water, and in a flash disappear. And Rubek, you find yourself in a very familiar cell.
Can I just turn into a raven and fly out of it?
Yeah, you can do that.
Fuck. So you guys see me disappear, then come storm it through here. Watch out for that spot right there, and I'll stand right there instead.
Okay.
And activate another pit trap.
Watch where you're walking, stupid. There's trap doors.
Yeah.
So the conversation inside the southern cell. While you're having this conversation, you just hear Rubek splashing angrily. I can tell you what the device looks like. If you find it, then maybe you can, I don't know, reverse the process. Something about stealing planar energies. I don't know.
Leave out
I'm in there by
no
now?
detail.
I'm guessing I'm there by now.
Yeah. What was that, Gramps?
It said leave out no detail. You still have something to lose.
Yikes. Roll intimidation.
I'm gonna cheer inspiration then.
All right.
I'm pretty good at intimidation.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can roll better than I have been. 17?
All right. He seems cowed, and he launches into a minutes-long description of an item that, quite frankly, at first, literally just sounds like a dowsing rod, which is like it's a Y-shaped stick. But as he continues describing it, he adds details, including a complex silver filigree that he describes as best he can. And armed with the description, you feel confident that you can recognize the item, but you most certainly would not be able to replicate it.
If we let you out, you help us find it. And then I never see you again. Those are the terms.
Guess I don't have much of a choice.
I only have one question.
What's that?
How come you remember and she doesn't?
If I had to guess, Strahd wanted her to lead the pack and not me. But we were... Neither of us wanted to serve him, especially not after what he made us do. So she wouldn't have if she remembered what it was we did. But he didn't... I don't think he understands love, so I don't think he accounted for imprisoning me in her choices.
And if you don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm guessing
Oh.
Gramps just gestures at the lock.
Yeah. One hand,
okay.
I'll pat on your shoulder. I'll give you guidance this time, so you don't do it to yourself.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the thing.
Okay. So it takes a full minute per attempt, apparently, because underwater.
Would it help if I used Mage Hand?
Sure, you can have advantage for Mage Hand.
Okay.
Get a
'Cause
third hand.
I'm finally using the main thing of Arcane Trickster.
Yeah. Mage Hand Legitimon.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, I think a
Damn.
30 is gonna do it.
Hang on.
That's a D4. Don't forget
Yeah,
that D4.
add the
Yep,
guidance, because that's definitely important.
You never know.
Yeah,
33.
33 will do it. So you spend a minute getting the lock
I'm back.
open.
It was a little setback, but I'm back.
Yeah, but you get the lock open. So in the other cells in this half of the dungeon, most of them are empty. But these two over here, one of them has shackled to the back of the cell an emaciated figure in a blue robe. Its spindly arms spread wide and its head tilted forward, just sort of dunked just barely into the water. Long gray hair hangs down, covering what little of his face would otherwise be visible. And in the other one, pounded into the roof of the cell is a rusted iron pulley, strung through which is a rope that is tied to one of the crossbeams of the barred door. Dangling upside down from the pulley is a man, flabby and stout of build, in tight-fitting leather armor. His boots are bound with rope just below the pulley. His fleshy hands are tied behind his back, and his upper body is underwater. He isn't moving.
There it is. That's my yike.
This is why you don't skip core day.
Yeesh.
The guy with the long gray hair facing the water, he seems dead too.
Guy is super dead.
Okay, just making sure. Might have just been, resting.
Yeah, no, he's pretty fucking dead.
He's very dead.
I would like to point out there are 5 feet of water here, which means you can't sleep unless you can sleep standing up.
Gramps, do you see any magic in here? Or any one of the cells?
Yeah, I'll do my detect magic. Why not?
Okay. So in the southern half of the dungeon there is no magic. The sword that Inej now has.
Yeah.
You do. That sword is magical.
Okay.
And as Inej is carrying it, it slowly transitions from frightful to curious.
Oh?
Oh my god, I just cursed Inej.
I mean, she kind of deserves it at this point, but...
Great job.
Yeah, but it was totally unintentional.
The sword is also
Do I-
continuously glowing.
Did I sense, like, the intrigue? Or...
Yeah, you feel it like pouring off of it. It is communicating to you by transmitting emotion to you, its wielder.
I look at my hammer. You used to do that. You don't talk to me anymore.
I'm so bad at sentient fucking items.
I'll look at it and just like, hello?
Yeah, that's still gonna be curiosity, I guess. Intrigue.
Look at
Just-
the big staff that Elodie's carrying and go, you don't
You don't talk to me anymore either. You used to do that, but you don't do shit.
I just remembered that is a full-size staff that Elodie carries because it doesn't resize.
Yep.
Yeah, which is stupid. I feel like it should resize.
So dumb.
I mean, she can carry it.
She can carry it, yeah. She's got enough strength.
If she faces backwards, it's just like the floating staff.
Yeah.
We got a Trito for the Floof Queen.
Trito for the Floof Queen. Samus.
So we don't need anything else down here, do we?
Thanks, Legend of Pie.
I don't think so. We came down here down here to put them together, and that was it, right?
Yeah, and then there was the crypt also down here somewhere.
No, the crypt was at the other end.
Bobby, say what? Thank you
say
for
what?
following.
That's a good girl.
I mean, it's relatively close.
Yeah, that's a good girl.
Like it's not like adjacent, but like.
Gramps, go ahead and give me an int check to see if you remember how to get from here to the dungeon most
Guidance.
directly.
We're definitely gonna share that.
Okay.
And guidance.
Oof. Oh god, you have -1 in.
I do.
It's a
14.
14. Good for you. The DC was 13. So you could go back upstairs, through the hallway into the chapel and then down the stairs. Obviously, you know about that route. Alternatively, you can go through this room, and then head north, and then east down a long hallway. Will take you into the crypt as well.
That way seems more direct.
I did hear moaning from down that way, though. So it may be Occupado.
And I felt, watch out, guys, right here. I fell into the trap here. It wasn't a big deal. I was able to get right out, but just don't stand here. Don't walk over here.
I'm gonna say to our two werewolf friends, come on. I'm gonna wait for them to leave, and I'm walking behind them.
Okay. So Emil seems pretty incredibly malnourished, and is leaning pretty heavily on Zuleika. He has how many levels of exhaustion?
Okay, I was gonna say, would a good berry help?
Gramps, also, just heads up. I can't do anything. Like, I can't change or fly or do anything like that as long as they're around. Just heads up. Not allowed. It's against the code.
You also have LOD, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he's got 3 levels of exhaustion, which gives him disadvantage on everything and half move speed. So that's neat.
What if we lock them away in here while we do what we're doing?
I say quietly to Grams.
And then we come back and get them.
That never goes over well.
What if we just short rest in in here?
It's
5
feet
feet
of
deep.
water.
5 feet of water.
Right. Forget it. I'm not good with like dimensions.
Yeah. Yeah, how tall's an edge?
5'4".
Okay, so you're either like on your tippy toes or like waiting.
Yeah.
So before I decide to get back up on the wall, what do I see while I'm underwater?
Nothing.
Okay. Because I'm 2'8" and it's 5 foot deep.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
Yeah, no, the water is opaque.
I will climb up onto Rubek's back then,
Okay.
if that's okay with you.
So if Rubek falls in another hole, you go with him.
Well, we need to have someone go ahead because I can't get out of a cell if I fall again with these two around me. I can't.
I was about to send them out.
Oh, out.
Out.
Like out of
Seeing
the
how-
castle.
Yeah.
You trust him?
Where are
I've
they
got
gonna-
nothing better to do if we get out of here than to seek them down and make them hurt.
If they live, though.
Are they gonna survive their way out of the castle?
I mean, it's literally like 2 rooms from the exit.
Yeah, they had to
Oh,
go
yeah,
up the
but we-
stairs and out the main door.
Yeah,
We
I'm
didn't
also
clear those
pre-
2 rooms.
You already
I'm also
broke all the
pretending I didn't.
gargoyles and shit.
I'm also pretending I didn't see your face when we suggested them leaving, though.
My face?
Yeah,
Did I make a face?
kinda.
Kinda.
You kind of
but-
broke your poker face.
Yeah. Love you.
Was it a look of everlasting glee?
It was a
It
look
was
of
like that. Yeah.
it was a look of like, yeah, sure, go right ahead.
That's what you do. You reconvene
do wanna-
at this crossroads.
I'm
Rebecca
going to
points
tell
out
them
part of
to,
the
to
floor.
leave.
Okay.
To head back. Well, it's kind of late now.
Yeah, but they're werewolves. They're perfectly comfortable just turning into wolves.
That's fine. Yeah.
We did see a very lovely windmill down there on the way.
He knows where the
That's-
Goliath camp is.
That's all Bone Grinder. You don't go there.
You'll meet us at the Goliath camp.
Okay.
I swear to God, Gramps, if all these Goliaths end up torn apart by werewolves,
Then we will hunt them down again. I've found them once.
I feel like your Goliaths are a lot better than that, Rubek.
Casimir, I think, can handle these two with the shape this one's in.
that's probably true.
Don't make him try.
They just very quietly sort of push past the group of you and carefully step over the pit trap that Zuleika fell into.
Yeah. And I suppose Zuleika did spend a few days at the Goliath camp, so she maybe have hopefully built up some sort of like, hey, these aren't horrible people. I shouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering, like, how you fall into a pit trap when there's water above it.
You don't know to catch yourself, so you just sink.
Yeah.
But, like,
The
wouldn't
flash
you
that
be
we
like
saw,
waiting?
the flash that we saw would suggest magic.
Almost like that.
Yeah. So the actual the physics behind it is essentially that your buoyant force would be in equilibrium with gravity once you've displaced an amount of water equal to your weight. But even once you hit that depth, which is usually about chest height, you still have downwards velocity and it carries you down to the bottom, and the pit's only 6 feet deep. So even though the acceleration is upwards and they start slowing down, that's enough to carry you to the bottom. As soon as you touch the floor, you teleport.
My physics degree says all of that is correct.
Cool. So they will happily make their way up the stairs, dripping wet, and leave the rest of you to continue exploring.
Shall we continue exploring?
We shall. Just whoever has a staff or something goes first and taps every single stone in front of us to make sure it doesn't set anything off.
I'll do it.
Just like back in the old days, a good old 10-foot pole.
All right.
I mean, could I check for traps as we walk?
That's essentially what the staff
Yeah.
would be. Yeah.
I can use like the blunt end of my spear
Yeah.
to do that.
For every 10 pounds. Okay. So you are able to locate 2 more trapdoors here and here as you make your way to the west. And you step around them. This one's actually in the middle of the hallway, so you have to step either to the north or the south of it.
Can I just freeze the water immediately around it?
Certainly. And essentially just make an ice floor just on top of the floor, but still below the water.
How much of a hunch does that put me in? Like just out of curiosity. And Gramps.
It's just a few inches of.
Yeah, I didn't do the whole 5-foot thing. Just the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
enough to support weight, maybe 6 inches.
I just thought it would be really funny if both Gramps and Rubik.
I'm
were
already hunched.
I know, but
Yeah.
now Rubik looks like he's imitating Gramps. Just
So go ahead and move your tokens to the end of the corridor, just to the mouth of the next area, in whatever marching order you're proceeding in.
Nudge and Gramps would probably be in front with their spears and staves.
Yep.
Snark's on my back.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave is gonna hover behind. Snark's on Rubek's back. Rubek to back. There we go. Yeah, we got everyone. So as you make your way into this room, you see dark, low shapes thrust up out of the still, brackish water that fills this 50-foot square room, the ceiling of which is festooned with hanging chains that look like thick, black web strands. A balcony set into the wall to your right overlooks the room and has two large thrones atop it, with a red velvet curtain behind them. As you peer into the darkness, you see that the dark shapes in the water are racks, iron maidens, stocks, and other instruments of torture. The skeletons of their last victims lie within them, their jaws seemingly frozen open in silent screams. But yeah.
This way, right, Gramps? You said.
Yeah, you said if we go this way and then north.
We can do like a little wraparound.
So
Yeah.
there's something behind the curtain.
That would
There's
make sense.
generally things behind curtains.
Is the moaning coming from that direction?
You don't hear a moaning right now.
Hold on, let me test something real quick, guys. As we're here.
Hmm.
Take
As long
the
as it
hammer
doesn't get
and
us killed.
Well, it shouldn't. I smashed the hammer against the wall.
Cool. So as you smash the hammer against the wall, you see the water in the room move as if something is moving beneath it, and as it does so, 6 shapes pull themselves out of the water in what is very obviously the best handout in the entire book.
Oh,
That is pretty awesome.
that's fucking metal.
Told you I had a bad feeling about this room.
And with only 7 minutes until 5, I think we'll fight these things next time on Dungeons and Dragons.
E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means that the Deva poofs into non-existence.
Nah.
The Deva went with the werewolves.
Oh yeah, he's escorting the werewolves out of the castle. There you go.
Yeah.
That was smart of you. Yeah,
He sent them with help.
right. So yeah, they definitely made it out safely.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's where we're gonna end for the day. Not quite as not. Let me rephrase that. Not remotely the direction I thought that this session was gonna go. Mostly because I don't know. Like I kept reminding you guys that Leica wants to go to the dungeon, but I just assumed you guys would be like, yeah, but crypts.
No, but Gramps wanted to go to the dungeons.
Yeah, that's true.
We also
Um,
wanted her
not-
to get off our backs.
Had he not, probably.
So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for all the bits, the ridiculous number of gift subs, all them channel point redemptions, and honestly, just thank you everyone for being here. If you're watching us on Twitch and you like our content, please check out our YouTube. We have, I keep saying approaching 250 videos. At some point, we will have hit 250 videos on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please check us out on Twitch. We're live 4 days a week. We do Odyssey of the Dragon Lords on Saturdays at 4 p.m. EST, Curse of Strahd on Sundays at 1 p.m. EST, and Rime of the Frost Maiden on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. EST. We had to push back a little bit. And I also do DM prep on Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST for Odyssey and Curse of Strahd. And then Andy does DM prep over on his channel on Saturdays at 8 p.m. EST for Rime of the Frost Maiden, because he's the DM for that. So if you want to see Andy DM, because you think that I'm an overbearing asshole, check us out tomorrow. What? Don't give me a weird look. We also have a Discord, a Twitter, and an Instagram, and you know what those things are for. Discord, we got a great community. I occasionally post opinions and announcements on Twitter, and we've got an Instagram for behind the scenes, which is honestly mostly pictures of our dog. We also have a channel on our Discord for pictures of our dog. Our darg.
Our dog?
Our
Our dog?
dog.
Dirk.
Sam is
Dirk.
the floof queen. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a raid. And I think Evil Andy is streaming.
Yeah, he just went live a few minutes ago.
He's over on
Perfect.
adventure.
So he's gonna do another paint along over on the Adventure Archive. He is an absolutely ridiculously talented painter. I've been painting minis for like 8 years, and I still suck. So kudos for rising above sucking. So yeah, go ahead, give him a watch. He's also a really nice dude, despite the name. So I'm gonna hit the start raid button, and then I have to wait the 10-second timer for that to happen, which is
So don't forget. Oh, and just don't forget, we are changing our time. So if you come in on 6 tomorrow for Rhyme and the Frost Maiden, 6 Eastern, we'll be on starting soon for about half an hour before. So just chill, watch, relax. We're here.
yeah. I'm gonna set up a timer at some point tomorrow, so that it's not like we're just sitting on starting soon for half an hour. So that there's actually like, yes, we're starting at 6:30. Here's the countdown. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and we're gonna go ahead and raid, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Bye.